Ghostfire. We unfortunately have had one of our players had to temporarily take off from the game because life happens and you get busy sometimes, but that's all right. But we still got a full party for the most part,
Yay!
so we are gonna keep on keeping on. Last week we left off, or a few weeks ago, we left off with you guys exiting the underworld through the Lathos portal, where you guys found yourself, or your guys' self in a town of Theros called Setessa, where Avril had went on a chat with a young, uh, aspiring scribe. Uh, Zix, you had went to the market to pick up some new clothes and such, and some food. Uh, Una and Blackwell and Nichek were all hanging out outside the city, uh, knocking out. Really, they're all going to sleep. So yeah, we meet back up where Avril, you were just exiting the gates of the city. Zix, you have made it back to the group. Whatever you decide to do once you get there. So I guess we'll go ahead and start with Zix, and we'll go back over to Avril, see what he's doing.
Hey everyone, I tried to kind of combine the ideas. So Una, I got your steak.
Oh,
Blackwell, I got your
yes.
rice. I kind of just got a steak and rice kind of combo. Here you go. I got two for each one. I didn't know how hungry it would be. It's been a bit since we had a good
Pro-
meal.
Proteins and carbs. I'll take it. Thank you.
Sure. Zix will hand out a couple. He'll put Blackwell's two beside him. I don't know if he's still awake. I might nudge him to see if he wants to wake up and eat. If he doesn't respond, then I'll leave him there. You can.
All right. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Blackwell was the first to completely pass out. So
Yes.
I
Yes, he is
carried him to
crashed.
where he currently is.
Yeah, he's crashed. He rallied enough to say rice and then went right back to sleep.
so with that, as you are meeting with the rest of the party, we'll cut over to Avril, who is just walking outside of the city gates after talking with the scribe. What do you do, Avril?
I'm going to maintain my disguise that I had until I get out to this area, and because I would assume, because I was here, like where we came in here was on the right? And there's
Uh,
another gate here to the north. I probably, yeah, I'll just go back through the gate that I came in. And then as soon as I'm out of sight of the walls, I will summon Charybdis, drop my disguised self, and start booking.
all right. Yeah. Uh, all right. Yeah. You come up to the party after a little while. Una and Zix are sitting around a small campfire eating some dinner. Blackwell is knocked out on a rock. Nichek also asleep next to Blackwell at the moment.
So I would
Oh,
like roll up.
I got you some
I'm not
food. It's
even
over there.
like, all right, and I just grab it and like throw it in my bag, and like unceremoniously, I'm like, "You guys down to go save a child who's been lost in a cave for 2 days?"
What the fuck?
Not particularly. It just came out of a cave.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's for a young child that has not been seen in 2 days, and his friends all said that he ran deep into the cave we just came out of, and didn't come back out.
Inform the local authorities. I'm sure they can handle it. They know this place better than we do.
Well, if they've already told them that they're gone and they haven't found them yet, I'm using this as my way to get into the temple.
Oh, see.
Save the
So
kid,
help
get an
you for your
audience.
save a kid.
Well,
You get your
I'd
own
save the kid
personal
one way
gate.
or the other. I'd save the kid one way or the other, but I supposedly it's dangerous. There's rumors of it being kind of dangerous. They said something about lions, which I don't know what a lion is, but I'm down to fight one.
Ooh, pet the big
Were we?
kitty.
I thought we were gonna rest up and then go to the plane to what was it? I thought all the agency with Bolus. Did you say that we should
Yeah,
move on quickly?
Well, You guys can sleep if you wish. I am going one way or the other.
Oh. As much
I'm
as
not leaving a child behind. I'm sorry.
Una is stuffing her face. I mean, how long will this take? Exactly.
I don't know the size of the cave, as apparently we only arrived in the entrance of it. But she said it was rather large, and no food or water for 2 days for a child.
Okay, so on average, a person can survive about 3 days with no food or water, right? So that kid's going to be either
No.
dead or near death by the time we get there.
Yes, this is why I need a potion also. Does somebody have one?
Oh. Una just lowers her head. I got one, I think. Let me check my bag. Digs around. Yes, I got the potion. I got 3. But they're the greater ones. They're the really good shit.
I will pay you back.
Alright. Oh, wait, look. I have 1 potion of healing. There it is. It was buried.
Perfect.
It's underneath the poison kit. Don't know if it's tainted, but
It'll be better than nothing, because you guys know I can heal for shit.
Oh, I can do a little healing too. You've seen me save an ass here and there.
This is what we're doing. We're gonna.
Okay. Vote.
Again, I don't want to push the decision on you, but I will go.
Alright, how about this? Let's put the timeout limit on it. How long do we have to get to back to deal with the bolus thing? Like,
Yeah,
ASAP,
they didn't really
right?
set a timeline for us. I think we were just kind of making the assumption that every minute counted.
Okay. How about this? We give this thing 6 hours. We go to the cave. If 6 hours is up, we leave. We go do our thing if we can't find the kid.
Fine.
Wow, I didn't think he would agree so easily.
I can just leave you in 6 hours.
Or we take off, go do the thing, and you play catch up.
That's
also,
fine.
doesn't one of us have
I
like
also can't
a
blame
finding spell or something, you know, that might find the kid? I don't, but...
I think you need to have known them in order to do that.
Don't know. Well, since you're doing this for your own gain, I'm down for doing this. I just, you know, the universe is in danger, and 1 kid versus saving the universe. Balance. Chaos.
Every life counts.
I hate you when you say that. I owe you right now, so... Because I had to get in your good graces, so that's the only reason I'm helping you.
That is fine. Should we wake Blackwell or let him sleep?
Una will nudge her Panther. Wake him! Panther's gonna walk over and just playfully, no claws, swipe at Blackwell.
How does Blackwell respond?
Can Blackwell respond?
Sounds like he is knocked out. Nietzsche is also knocked out.
He's scrolling. Nietzsche is still there at this point in time?
Yes.
He is.
I'd say wake him up too.
Nee! Wake up! No, he's passed the fuck out.
Yeah, Nee is down for the count. Blackwell, I don't know if your mic's muted.
Didn't say anything, but if
Okay.
the cat bites me, then I'll just like pop a vortex surge unconsciously.
Okay. Fair
Well,
play.
it
Well,
was
she
more
said
the
he,
cat.
like-
The cat does that paw thing what that cats do, where they're testing the waters or something, where it's like they kind of just nudge you with their paw. Like, are you alive? My
Yeah,
cat's
so
doing the
then-
very thing I'm describing right out of my foot.
Yeah, so your cat pokes me, and I pop. Luckily, it just heals everybody.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh. Okay. Sweet.
Spontaneous heal.
Hey, that puts Una back at 60.
Are you conscious after that, or are you still passed out?
No, I'm still passed out.
All right. Here's the thing. I'll leave the Panther with Blackwell and me to keep watch and make sure they stay safe, and the rest of us go take care of this kid thing.
Okay, fine.
Look,
All right.
the more
Come
of
on.
us that go, the quicker this gets done and over with. And if Blackwell wants to join us, my Panther can sniff us out. And Una's gonna tell the Panther to, basically, the minute Blackwell or Nee wakes up, to lead them to us, because obviously it'll be able to sniff us out.
All right.
Una might also be leaving a small trail of rice behind her.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
All right. So you guys are heading
This
into the
time, Nee
cave.
won't be like sitting at the end of it, picking them all back up.
I imagine Una starts dropping rice and just birds start circling ahead.
Very likely.
It would be a good possibility. However, it is frigidly cold in this area, and birds around here don't care too much for that. The specific kind of birds here. So it's pretty clear, surprisingly. So if I understand correctly, you guys are all going to the cave minus Blackwell, Avril, or Blackwell, Nichek, and the Panther, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys spend a few minutes making your way up to the mouth of the cavern, where Blackwell, I'm going to go ahead and put you on the screen too, just so you can see what's going on. But
Is this supposed to be visible to us?
it should be now.
No, I mean like the map itself. Like we can see the whole map.
Well, no. But
I didn't
Dynamic
zoom in or
lighting.
anything.
how about now? We good now?
There we go.
I'm also
There we
gonna
go.
leave.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna leave Brecken with everybody. Actually, no. I'll bring her with me. The more, the merrier.
All right. So,
So as soon as we get to the mouth of the cave, I'd like to do a survival check. Hop off Charybdis and do a survival check and see if I can find sets of small footprints.
Maybe the nature's having its ways. Survival of the not
I
too
will not
dumb to
be
go
leaving
into an ice
this time.
cave.
If you do not wish to come with us, you can go back.
If I go, then I can hurry this up.
True, and you get to kill some cool things. Hopefully, they're cool things.
So you said you're going to use Charybdis to try to determine if there's any tracks here.
No, I'm doing it myself, but I was hoping that she'd be able to help me using her sniffer.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a survival check, and I'll give you the help back. Then.
Good thing for that help. That's a 22 net me.
Okay. So yeah, 22. All right. So you do see some small tracks. I put it on the map. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty fine detail, but you do see sets of small footprints, several sets actually, heading off into the left direction, and you see one set heading off to the right.
Well, I choose the right because I know that there was 4 kids that came back and 1 that didn't, and I'm assuming the 1 that didn't went right.
I will say that you it's more than like it's more than the amount of kids that has rumored to be in here. It looks like several kids have ran in and out of the left-hand side of the cave. Same with the one on the right. You see those footprints going in and then coming back out.
So on the right, do I see the just one set, or it's still a bunch of different sets?
It's one set, but it goes in and out. The
Okay,
on the left
then.
side, it's multiple. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go left then, because I know that we're looking for one that did not come back out.
Right.
And if it's a
Yeah.
bunch of them, it could have muddled up, and I might miscount how many are coming back out or something.
Okay. It's hard to tell. Go ahead and roll investigation check for me.
I assume Cripples cannot help me count.
Nope, I don't think you can. With a 9, the tracks are a little too covered by each other to really get an accurate count. Maybe you may see like 7 going in, maybe 9 coming back out. Doesn't make any sense.
Got it. All right, going right, left. Sorry.
Going left. Okay. Let me put this to back there. There we go.
I'm not sneaking. I'm kind of going fast.
Okay.
All right, going this way.
So as you begin to head into the cavern, you can see the remains of a few humans on some sleeping bags that have seemed to have perished, probably due to the cold, as their remains are completely frozen over with ice over on the
And
left
does it
side.
look? I'm assuming it looks kind of older.
They do look older.
I just ignore it and keep on rolling.
As you head deeper into the cavern, the frigidness has became uh, pretty extreme. Like the further you head in, the colder it gets. It's almost like this cold energy is just emanating from within this cave. If you feel like if you had some cold weather gear, now would be the time.
Una
I wrap
is.
myself up in my bearskin rug.
Okay.
Una will do a produce flame so she can have a little heat.
Okay.
Actually
Tuesdays,
have
a
some.
kid. How old is this kid that's in here?
Child. It was a young elven girl that told me, and they said they were all under 15, under 12, some of them.
Oh,
Zix takes his backpack off, sets it down, grumbling, starts digging through it, starts pulling out cold weather clothing.
All right.
Una does not have cold weather clothing because she hates cold.
Shouldn't you be resistant to cold because you're made out of fire?
No, I'm resistant to fire. Cold is my weakness.
You would think. Oh, you'd think that your hair would keep you warm.
You'd think it would, but no, not quite.
So as you head into this area of the cave, you can see that it starts to turn to the right, but it also opens up to where the roof of the cave was probably about 20 feet up above you. It's now kind of merged out to be about 50 feet, and you can see that the wall to your north looks like it forms some kind of cliffside up ahead or up above you, uh, out of sight of what's on top of that.
I would look again for tracks here. Do I still see any?
You do. You see fewer. You're actually getting to the point where you think you only see one set, maybe 2, but it might be 1.
Which direction do they go? Still deeper?
they continue deeper into the cave. It looks like a lot of children have went back outside of the cave at this point.
Only the braver ones have continued on.
Right, exactly.
Or the dumber ones, which I'm in either category. Because I'm definitely rushing headlong. I'm not being sneaky or anything. If something attacks me, I'm pretty sure I can survive it. And then you guys will have forewarning that, hey, there's stuff here.
So up ahead, you can see what looks like a some kind of a door that leads into a lower section of the cavern. It is extremely cold here, and you see this like icy mist come off of this broken uh, door that leads down, and you can see that there's a ladder posted up on the edge that leads down about 60 feet.
Does the tracks go to this ladder?
They do. They disappear at the foot of the hole in the ground.
This
Not gonna lie, this
child,
is a kid after my own heart.
this child's obviously not too intelligent. Maybe this was for the best.
Well, only one way to find out. And then I jump
Right, to
off
follow
Crippus,
their
tell him
bad
to guard the
example?
door. I've lived my entire life following bad examples, and I turned out just fine. I live next to a living chaotic. I live next to a living chaotic ball of energy that destroyed my entire plane by choice.
Yeah, I think I can see why you were very lonely when we first met you.
Yeah. Also, my chaotic fighter asshole. Me. I would dare a kid to do this shit, but rescuing one? Ugh.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm already like partway down the ladder.
yeah, as you head down the ladder, you find yourself on a ledge that spirals deeper into the cave. Uh, the the ledge is broken a few feet down. Looks like you might have to uh, either try to jump over the break or head down with some climbing gear if you happen to have it.
I think Blackwell has our climbing gear in the
Do the
chest.
tracks lead up to the fucking edge of the goddamn drop?
Go ahead and roll me another survival check.
I have a grappling hook and some rope in my pack, but my climbing gear is in
I'm
the.
gonna use.
I have the fishing tackle and my net. Ooh,
Use Kinko
we can
Recall.
use the net as like actual binding to kind of like bind the two pieces. Although I will say right now, if I lose this
Little
net,
better.
I'm going to be very upset.
Okay, so with an 11,
I have a bunch of rope.
you can see that the there is no real tracks here because it's all mainly ice. However, you can see some powder from the snow-packed floor above. You can see some of the loose snow on the ground beside the ladder, and it seems to stop right there. It seems like it kind of got moved off down the ledge, but it doesn't look like they slipped. Like there's a slide mark. It looks like it was just swooped up. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like a cloak or something catching it as they jumped.
Right. Something like that.
All right. I grab my rope out, pull it, throw it to like hold one end and give the other end to them. Be like, oh, well, I'll be back. Then just step back and run and jump.
Okay.
Blah!
So
Strength
you're
is
jumping
not
off the ledge.
Strength is
I'm
not-
jumping across.
Oh, you're jumping across. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me. It's not a super wide gap.
Not the best.
Okay.
That is enough to make your way across. You slide at the end. You have to like kind of catch yourself against the wall as you make
Oh.
it over.
I just had a better idea. I like land on the other side, and I'm like wait, why am I doing this? And I'm standing in a cave that's full of ice. I just use my ability and I make a bridge.
Perfect. Yeah, you you shape water and complete the bridge across the gap. Luckily, you made it over. So
Yeah. I was like, oh, that was dumb.
Una's walking
Too much
across.
of a rush. Think.
As Una's walking
If
across
we were
with her
doing that, we wouldn't be here.
yeah, if Una's going to have her hand like as high as she can raise it over her head so that the produced flame doesn't melt the ice under them.
okay, good call.
Like, this is keeping her warm right now. She doesn't want it to like undo Avril's hard work.
For sure. Yeah, so completing the gap there, you guys are able to relatively easily, aside from some slippage here and there, make your way down the spiral that leads to the bottom of the cave. It leads into this little cavern that you make your way into. Uh, as you do, I'll bring you over to this other map here. You make your way just at the mouth of this little cavern. It opens up into a much larger cavern. It has like a cliffside. Uh, on top of it, you can see a massive white wolf snoozing next to
Ooh!
the remains of some completely frozen dead corpses of lions that seem to have been preserved in their state.
Oh, I want to pet the
Interesting.
wolf.
So, okay, well, here's my other plan. I just fucking start charging out there, and I throw the spear on my way out there, just like trying to dome this thing.
I mean, do we even know if we have a problem with this wolf?
Do you know
My
how to
problem
talk
is
to
finding
animals?
the
'Cause
kid.
I don't.
Is it just is it eating lions or did it eat the kid?
Hopefully, it was distracted by eating lions and didn't eat the kid.
So
Or it's not what it seems.
so run me through again what exactly you're doing here, Avril. You're yelling as you run in.
Yeah, I run out. I use free action to summon the spear, throw it, make a bunch of noise, close the distance, and then use my object interaction to pull out my axe, and then I swing the other attack up underneath his chin.
Okay. A 29 does hit. I'm gonna have all you guys go ahead and roll initiative for me real quick.
Do I have advantage because he's asleep?
Sure. I'll give you advantage on it.
Cool.
Oh.
Roll this one again, see if I crit. I didn't.
Did you just attack giant John Wick's dog? It's feeling like you might attack the giant John Wick's dog.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
All right. So you got a 27 and a 22. Those will both hit. Dealing a total
And they're
of
all 100.
18 damage.
And I want to imbue that other shot. Oh, I can't imbue my weapons. I can only imbue my fists. Never mind.
All right. So if that is the end of your turn, go ahead and roll initiative for me, Avril.
Okay, but first, bonus action grapple. I'm trying to jump on his back.
Okay. It's a nat 1 on it, the athletics check.
God, I'd love to hear that. Yeah, and that'll be it.
All right.
Roll my d4 choke damage.
All right. So the enemies are surprised right now. However, they do have their attention now on the screaming coming from the top of the cliff here. And next up is going to be well, Zix and Una. You guys are also sharing a turn with Avril, so
Um.
How
Actually,
tall
Una's,
is it? How high is this?
yeah.
the cliffside looks to be about 40 feet off of the lower floor.
I can probably see this large thing, right?
You can now. You hear a and
I go, oh, there's a big thing down there.
yeah, you see it stare in your direction as it grabs the.
I probably
club.
have no idea what it is either, because that is definitely not from where I'm from.
Yeah, big guy.
Well.
Mm.
Look,
I think that's fucking
mammoth.
He be considered
Wearing
humanoid?
mammoth tusk as earrings.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to turn invisible using my ring.
Right. And Zix throws up the deuces and phases out.
Just go straight invisible. You just see them like the crunching of ice as I start trying to stealth. I guess I'm trying to stealth this way. If we're looking for a kid, then and Avril's going to create a huge distraction. Then this sounds like a perfect time to go see if I can find that kid.
That was the goal.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check while you're at it.
I can't do that. Okay,
Does he get advantage because I'm screaming like a lunatic?
I get advantage because of my cloak. Well, I'm also invisible, so I guess the cloak wouldn't do anything. And I don't know if this is dim. Is this dim light?
It is dim light, yeah.
So the cloak does technically give me advantage in dim light, but I'm also invisible, so I don't know. You'll have to roll on that one. What do you think?
I'd say you'd probably get advantage, yeah.
I get advantage with emphasis. Oh, didn't roll with the advantage. I'll just roll again. An 18 and a 17.
Okay, so 18 on the stealth check.
As I pass by Una, I will say, I'm going to look for the kid as I creep forward.
I'll make sure Avril doesn't die.
Yeah, just make sure he doesn't die.
Oh. Una does like an audible eye roll with it.
It's definitely a difficult task. First. He does say bound and determined to die. Just he puts extra effort into it.
I could have knocked the wolf out and made it go to sleep.
Oh yeah, there's 1,000 ways we can handle this. Maybe we could even got the wolf to like us and then use the fact that this dog liked us to get the giant to also like us, but it's too late.
You know what's funny?
Save the kid! Ah!
Oh, God.
You know what's funny? When he was sober, he realized he didn't want to fight the Cerberus. He wanted to be friends with it. But now he sees a wolf and he wants to fight it immediately.
So what you can see, Zix, is that below you can make out the tops or the structures or several caves scattered about the lower floor. However, from your vantage point, even with your dark vision, you can't quite make out what's inside, except for the one directly below you, which you can see is a frozen corpse inside of that one.
Mm-hmm.
And Una is
Oh,
also
I was
muted.
muted. I from that, I guess I would gather that if we're gonna find this kid, it's probably in a cage somewhere. So I can't. I'm gonna have to get closer and look.
Right. So Una, what do you do?
Okay. All right. Una's got two choices here, and she's gonna make one real quick. She's going to yell at Avril. Avril, why don't you just let me put the goddamn thing to sleep next time? She just pulls out her wonder web.
I don't think
she shoots her
He's
wonder
like, I
web
don't
at
think you
it.
could have put it to sleep right now.
You.
It's a full health creature.
He said a wonder web.
Yeah, I'm gonna wonder web it.
Okay, he gets a 14 on its dex save.
It needed to beat a 15.
So it is gonna fail. It is webbed up at the moment.
I assume I also have to do it.
Yes.
No, I'll shoot
Yeah,
it to where it doesn't land near Avril. Like it goes over his
Okay.
head.
Perfect.
Yep. All right.
Nice shot.
He's webbed. All right. That is going to bring it to his turn. Or actually, the giant goes first. Actually, you guys got the surprise, so it actually goes back to your guys' turn again.
Yay!
So it'd be Zix now, right?
Yeah, you guys can share a turn if you have something you want to do, but yeah, Zix is up.
I do not have spells to solve all my problems like I used to. Okay, well, we just got to see if we can make it work. I'm going to try to climb down this cliff.
All right. I'm gonna have you make an athletics check because this is pretty much straight climbing into frozen rock. It's probably gonna go ahead and be at disadvantage too.
Oh, it totally checks. I feel that. The whole time he's cursing. I'm not a freaking cat burglar. What is this like? This is not how I. It's not what my skill set is.
I forgot because Brecken hasn't done anything. I was gonna have her go with Zeke, so that way, if he needs something closer inspected, he could at least ask her.
That's great. That'll definitely help.
Yeah.
She's about to watch me fall down this cliff, though.
Well, unfortunately, you're invisible, so she's just gonna hear a as you slip out of the handhold. It is quite slippery, and you fall directly onto the cage, making a loud rattle throughout the cavern. You are still invisible, however, the giant has turned in the direction of the cage that you're on top of. He knows something's
I
up.
just start yelling more.
All right.
Grumble, grumble.
So
Brecken
that's
will
gonna
hide behind the rock here.
Okay.
Just like, nope.
So that is going to be your movement. Currently prone on top of the cage here. As you stand up, or as you look around, though, you can see that there is a smaller cage up ahead by some gathered frozen supplies. Looked like it was supplies at one time, at least. It's been collected here like a horde here in this corner. But beyond that, you can see that there's a small cage, and it looks like there is a small figure inside that is doesn't really look to be moving at the moment.
Yeah, Avril getting us into this shit.
No regrets. Yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to wait until I can get closer.
All right.
Like, kill this dog and then have a box. The coolest thing I've ever boxed. Ah!
So yeah, I'm just gonna basically be staring right at the giant, kind of holding my breath. Try to stay as still as possible.
All right. Una and Avril, what do you guys got going on?
Once Una sees it webbed, she will then take that produced flame in her other hand that she was still holding, and she's gonna toss it towards the wolf.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Let's see here. What was the range on that? Yeah, it can go 30
Reuse,
feet.
recycle.
Okay, she has that. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, that thing's in 30 feet, so I'll have her step closer so she doesn't hit Avril. But she's gonna ignite. She's gonna use that that produced flame to ignite the web.
All right.
Oh shit! I misspoke earlier. I can use my maelstrom abilities on weapons, but I'm still just not going to do it on the wolf yet. Especially after seeing Big Boy.
Okay. Are you going for the web, or are you going for the wolf, who is webbed?
I'm trying to hit the wolf in the web, so both catch fire.
Both. Okay. So, yeah, that's gonna hit both. It does ignite, so go ahead and roll some damage for me.
All right, let me get the wand of web. Ah, come on. Sorry, I'm trying to get the dice thing here. Okay, 2d4 damage. Not great.
All right. Yeah, you hear it whelp in pain as it takes damage from your produced flame as well as the
That is 16 total. With
16
the
total.
web damage, which is 5, and then because I am using a fire damage and my elemental affinity, that's 11, so that's 16.
Okay,
Right.
I'm looking back at what I was saying before. I do have to roll a dex save because I did say I jumped on its back.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you are grappling it. Yeah.
Shit.
I'll let you go ahead and do that.
So wait, Una could have just gotten down on the feet of the wolf, and not on Avril. Like we do full tauntaun trick here, or not tauntaun. Ada.
Unfortunately, that is a fail on the web. I will let
I'm not that
you,
worried about it.
Una, if you want to take back the produced flame, that is up to you.
Do it.
No,
You know
Una's
I don't
gonna
give a
still do it
shit.
because she knows Avril can handle it, and if he gets hurt too much, she's got a potion later, and she can go. Next time, wait for us to see a friend or foe.
All right, so that is 16 fire damage for you then, Avril, as the web ignites.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, it's only 5 because the
Well,
web is the only thing that hit me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Five
Yeah.
damage for the web.
Yeah, the flame's what hits the wolf in the webbing.
Yeah.
All right, now I start hacking at the back of this thing's head.
All right. All right. 17 will hit. 22 will hit.
And I'm going to pump in 2 fire type abilities into it. See if that works.
All right.
And bonus action, I'm going to bash him with my shield. So just unarmed strike.
All right. You are holding on to the back of this wolf, and it rises up in pain as it's trying to shake you off. 21 does hit.
And then squeeze, damn it. And that's my turn.
I think it rolled the unarmed strike again instead of the damage.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah, good. It's because I clicked on roll attack again instead of just the damage.
All right. Yeah, as you beat it with your flaming battle axe, you strike into it a couple times, tries to shake you off and lets out a growl, As it's ferociously trying to bite you off its back, you hit it in the face with your shield, and it just whelps as it lays back on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talk about. And then I will go up to the corner right here and be like, "Hey, big motherfucker, come on!" And then just stand there with like my arms out.
You hear, as he looks around. He's kind of debating between you and the noise you heard on the cage.
Una does
Sorry.
understand
So-
giant.
So is Avril just like assuming this guy is worth killing, worthy of killing? Because it's kind of odd for him to just go straight ham like this.
Well, he's assuming that. Well, when he got in here, they said that there's a bunch of lions in there and that people have disappeared before in that cave. And then we show up and there's a bunch of cages on the ground and like a giant wolf. So first thing he assumes is this is probably a bad place. So he's like, and the kid's in here somewhere. So I'm either going to bring back a body or I'm going to save a kid. One way or the other. These things have to go first.
You hear,
And these aren't humans. These aren't humans. He doesn't care about them. They're just other things to fight.
And you call Una racist. Or
So-
speciesist.
They're- I see, these are monsters, not humanoids, I should say.
It's a
Una,
giant
you said you could
frost
speak giant.
Yeah, Una does.
The
speak
giant is a humanoid. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't play a giant. That's what I'm talking about. They don't make cities where you could be in and like live with frost giants. When have you ever heard of a frost giant campaign that wasn't a bad guy?
Avril also hasn't seen the giant yet, and or before he attacked the dog, he didn't see the giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just attacked the dog. I didn't know the giant was there.
The rumble came after he had already started attacking.
So you can hear the giant say, "My food found first," and he is looking towards
Oh.
the cage.
Una will, as soon as she hears that, she's gonna look over at Avril. Avril, it wants to eat the kid!
Yeah, with the last of my movement, I'm jumping down off this cliff, action surging, and
There you
running
go.
all the
Now
rest of
you're
them.
justified.
Una, the mistress of chaos, is like, oh shit, no, that's bad.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
like
that-
run in between its legs and hack at each side, like the inside of each of its knees.
Damn.
okay. So if you're just jumping straight down, that's gonna be 4d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Bring it on, baby.
Could Una featherfall on him when she sees him
Sure.
jump? Okay,
Yeah, you can use your
she's
action.
featherfalling.
Dope. I'm like, haha! Oh,
Are
Let
there
him go,
giants
you
in
dummy.
his homeworld? Are there
60
giants in
feet.
his homeworld?
In the
oh,
what world?
there's crazy shit in my homeworld.
Oh,
Are there giants in Avril's homeworld?
that's a good
On his
question.
plane.
I hadn't seen anything about giants or anything, but like I know that there's these massive creatures of like infinite knowledge that walk around and shit, and like there are these angels that regularly come in and like spawn on my plane and shit. And there's like where I lived was twisted by the magic of the maelstrom, so there was a bunch of like abnormalities and abominations and shit that walked around.
Hmm.
So I would
So-
assume there was. I just don't know if they would have been where I was living at.
See, I'm not asking if you like haven't seen weird shit. I'm asking if like specifically you've encountered a giant.
It doesn't appear that giants live in Alara, so specifically
no.
giants. Yeah, no.
Is there any makes it saving?
This is just another monster to me.
Strixhaven or Ravnica? I'm sure that Gruul had giants, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
within-
had plenty of giants at Gruul, but I don't think we had any frost giants. They were just regular ass giants.
Yeah. Okay.
And if
so,
then on
He was
top of that,
buddies
then
with
if
a
I would have
Cyclops.
met some of the giants in the Gruul, then I was not a buddy with a Cyclops. I was trying to kill that guy. It's like, and then I just equate this guy to all the bad people in the Gruul that worked with all these giants that killed and ate people all the time. So I already know that this is a bad guy.
all right.
You wanted to kill that guy eventually, yes, but You didn't like run in his house and be like, "You're gonna die." You were like, "In time, I'm coming for your head."
Well, it all worked out. In this case, he's attacking the giant because the giant said he's going to eat a kid.
This is true.
Or at least Una said
Sure.
the giant was going to eat a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know Una lies sometimes.
No, Una exaggerates and stretches the truth. All she heard was my food, and to her was like, great, it wants to eat the kid. That's her logic.
Fair.
So I don't know why we're still arguing this. We know that he's gonna kill this kid. Let's just kill this fucker.
Sooner,
Does
So-
17 and a
the
19
sooner she
hit?
can get back to her nap.
Those both do hit, yes.
All right. I am pumping the rest of my points into it.
All right. What kind of damage are you dealing?
Fire.
All right. So there's a total of 25 there. And 13. All right. Yeah, he does not like that fire damage. He is
Better not ignore me, fucker. Bah, bah,
super
bah.
angry. Okay. Una, do you have anything from Brecken or any movement you want to take?
Yeah, Una's gonna move right there. And,
I will also use Boros Belt of Challenge. Yes, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Sorry. Now he has to roll a save or else he can't attack anybody but me.
What kind of save is it? Wisdom?
It is a...
gotta love that.
Never
build.
mind. It's not even a save. He has to attack me.
Dope.
It's a
All
taunt.
right. Yeah. That does
And it
actually-
does 6 more damage.
God
Alright.
damn, Avril. Tank much?
I like Tink.
How big
Alright.
is this giant?
He is standing about. His head's about at the top of this cliff, so he's about 40 feet tall, close to it.
Perfect. Una's gonna fireball the top 20 feet of his body,
Okay.
so she doesn't hit Avril
Love to
at
hear
the
it.
feet.
All right.
That's what I was hoping you were going to say.
All right.
Uh,
He's got to make a Dex 15 saving throw.
Fireball.
Ooh! Please get low Dex. Please get low Dex.
He gets an 18 on his dex save.
Damn it! He gets half damage. Okay, so 31 halved. It's 15. Yeah.
All right. Again, he does not like the fire damage. He is utterly like overwhelmed right now with the fire.
Una will respond in giant. No eating kids, fucktard!
You hear him like, you hear him start to yell like he's going into a rage. As
Oh
he
fuck!
lifts up his hands and gives you a giant middle finger.
Oh, Una
Hey.
likes this giant.
Some things are universal.
And
and Brecken will go over and check where she saws like that cage shake and kind of like feel around to see if she can see what shook it and if it is Zeke or not.
I'm here. I'm here. Just knock the air out of me. I'm okay. I'm okay.
so as he screams in a rage as it comes to the end of your guys' turn, you realize that what he is saying, Una, is he says "Kog not kill" as he raises his great axe and he goes for a swing on Avril.
Wait, what did he say?
He don't
Yeah.
kill.
He says "Kog not kill."
Oh, Cog not kill. Okay.
Yeah.
He's saying you're not gonna kill me.
No, he's saying his name. He's gonna kill.
Yeah,
He's gonna kill Avril.
He says, "I'm gonna kill you."
Well, I've heard that before. Hasn't happened yet.
He says Grog kill, but his name kind of sounds like it has the word "not" in there a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's going for his
Who gets the
first
gist?
attack. I think he was technically supposed to go before you guys, but it's okay.
Avril did have quite a long turn.
Yeah. Okay. So he is going to make a great axe attack. 16 doesn't hit. But he gets one more. 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
All right. That's going to be a total of 30 slashing damage.
Well then. I just go, poof. Oh, that was a good one.
And that's all he's got. However, his wolf is going to go.
I thought his wolf was dead.
He's got another one. It jumps down.
Oh, well, that would be good to know.
And it is going to go. It's going to be here.
Oh, fudge.
And it's going to make some attacks. Okay. So it's a 9 and a 19, so neither of those are going to hit. As you're bobbing and weaving the wolf.
Cool.
So I kind of messed up on the last turn. I think they were supposed to go before. So they're going to go ahead and go so we're in the right order, okay?
Okay.
All right.
um,
Though I technically would have gone again one more time before it was their turn. Because I didn't skip my turn. It just then Zix and Una went right after I went. Because I'm in the last in the initiative order.
yeah, you guys were all sharing. I had it where you guys were all on top. So you guys were all kind of sharing an initiative order. So, or a turn, I guess. So.
Because I've only had 2 turns.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So this is their second turn.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Because
this
this
is
has
the
only
third
had 2
turn.
turns and a reaction.
Yeah, technically this is the third turn because it's the start of the next round. So this should make it right. Okay, so the giant's going to go ahead and go first with a great axe attack. It gets a nat 1, so that's going to roll a d20.
Love it.
It's a 10. It's going to gain disadvantage on its attacks until the end of its next turn.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
It's got one more attack. It's going to disadvantage, gets an 18. He turns over to the wolf, looks at him, and you hear him say, "Go," in giant. He points towards the cage. And the wolf is going to try to move, so you can have an attack of opportunity. If you so
100%. Can I grapple?
Not as a reaction, I don't think. Maybe. Let me double check that.
I don't think you can.
I think it has to be an attack action. You have the Tavern Brawler feat, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
That's a bonus action. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
you
no,
can
it's
on
just...
reaction.
Yeah, it's not an attack action. It's just a
Yeah.
grapple as a turn action.
Yep. Okay, so a 14 is enough to hit.
I'm aiming for its leg, trying to make it a 3-legged wolf.
All right. 10 slashing damage. It definitely hurts him, but he is still trucking. He's gonna go ahead and bounce out. Uh, 50 feet of movement. It jumps on top of the cage here.
Oh.
And all it really sees is...
Because Brecken's visible. She is not
yes.
invisible.
Yes, she is. Jumps on top.
Not make her invisible. I should have did that. Oh, wait. No, she can't. She's out of spell slots for that one.
Okay.
She's only got 3 spell slots left in one.
I'll as it looms over me kind of still laying on my back, I'll yell, "Down here, you mangy mutt!" See if I draws attention.
Okay, yeah, for sure. It grabs his attention for sure. It's gonna make a bite, or it's gonna use a cold breath attack. So it breathes a blast of freezing wind, hitting both Brecken and Zix. So I need you guys to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Brecken gets +5.
So she'd be at 17.
17 is a success.
Woo! That's my girl.
19 is also a success. So you guys will be taking half damage.
That paladin aura is so fucking dope.
Yeah.
I don't know why it whispered her dex save throw for some reason.
I think it might be the way I have the NPC
okay.
tokens set up.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, there's going to be a total of 9 damage for the both of you. I don't know if taking damage makes you not invisible anymore.
No, it doesn't.
No, only if he doesn't
He would have to roll concentration, but I don't think he does because it's a ring.
Yeah, I think you're
Or
right.
he might have to, so I don't know.
Until the ring is removed, attack or cast a spell, or until I use a bonus action.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
So, yep, you're still invisible.
Bilbo hit in the head by a giant eagle.
That is the end of both of their turns. It's going to be Zix, Una, and Avril next.
Okay.
Scramble to my feet and try to attack this wolf.
All right.
Wait, Hellish Rebuke is a reaction, right?
It is.
Brecken's gonna use it.
All right.
Very cool.
She does have it.
Nice.
She's casting a level 1. Here we go. 12 fire. It does have a dexterity saving throw.
It gets a 19 on the dex save.
So it
Is
takes
it half damage? Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 damage. What's the fire damage? All right. Yeah, it let out a whelp as it's blasted in the face with fire against its cold attack, or breath attack. So yeah, Zix, you make your way to your feet. You say you want to hit the wolf.
Yes, I'm going to scramble to my feet. I will grab the black blade, and I will swing down, becoming visible as I do.
All right. See this icy drool coming from its maw. As you slap it with your black blade, that hits.
Just hit with all I can, kind of growling in its face. 16 damage.
All right. It definitely hurt. Do you have another attack?
Yes, I do. Trying to save third. Yeah, I'll go for another swing.
Only one will hit.
Do a little necrotic damage. And then I'll use my bonus attack to try to kick him.
Okay. So that
This one is not as effective.
What did 2 feet say to the chest?
okay.
I'm assuming a 12 does not hit.
Is gonna barely miss, unfortunately.
That's a lot of fur.
Yeah, it dodges out of the way of your kick. Una and Brecken, it will be your turn next.
Okay. All right. Una is going to use her twin spell with fire bolts. One going to the giant, the other going to the wolf. So she'll do giant first. Oh, a natural 19.
Yep, that is gonna do it.
All right. That will be an 11.
All right.
And then this one is for the wolf. 16.
16 will hit as well.
That's a 17. Damn, I wish the damage was reversed on that.
Oh, that's to hit? Or is that I think that's the damage. 13.
Yeah, that's the 17 was the damage.
All right, yeah, you are ready to block another swing Zix as it comes snarling back, and then it gets blasted in the face with a firebolt and falls off of the cage.
Nice.
That one is dead.
It's what they do! I was literally, if that didn't kill the wolf, Brecken was going to disengage and fly over to Una. But now the wolf's dead, Brecken's going to fly back over to Una.
Okay.
I don't know why her health didn't drop in the thing, but she's supposed to be at 12.
It's looking right on here, so we're good. All right, so does Brecken have an action she's going to take?
Nope. She's going to sit and watch.
Alrighty. Avril. Time to smack
Alright.
it.
Fucking wipe some blood off of my chin and smackety smack.
Alright. Ooh, nat 1. I need a d20 from you, please, sir.
That was impressively bad.
A 1 and a 2. That is unfortunate.
And a nat 1. That is insane, dude.
Oh, no.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
A 1, a 2, and a 1.
That
is crazy. I look at my axe and I throw it into the ground next to me and pull out my hammer.
I think the game is trying to tell Avril something.
I don't listen to anything, so it's cool.
Another 1.
Yeah, there's another one.
God
I
damn.
need-
What?
Bro, blow on your dice or something.
Okay.
It's cool. It's cool. Well, I'm taking up all the bad rolls, so you guys get crits.
Avril, I need you to roll me a d4, please.
And another 2.
Unfortunately, you're looking for anything but a 2. God damn
Are you
it.
serious?
Yeah. You're rolling for the direction, and I have 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is south, 4 is west, and your ally is to the east as you throw your battle axe. Unintentionally goes flying through the air. Zix, I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please, sir.
Oh my God.
Let's do it. I pull back to the side as it like buries in the ice.
You pull back and it just scrapes the back of your new coat you just bought. It just slams it against the wall, kind of making a slit in it.
Hey, watch out! I just got this.
Sorry, it slipped.
And yeah, so luckily avoided some damage. However, your new coat's a
Aiming for
little
3 feet to my right.
so you do get 9 points of healing back, Avril. And your second
Yeah.
roll is 12. That is unfortunately going to miss. That's 1 under its AC.
You don't. Well, are you serious? I have to roll a 3 to get this guy?
Oh, sorry. His is 15. The wolf's was 13.
Okay. So I have to roll a 5.
Yeah.
Come on, 5, baby.
Too bad Una
You
doesn't
got like a
use that last
75%
bardic
chance of hitting him.
inspiration.
It is wild. I can't believe that. Especially now that I know how fucking low that the 2 hit was.
Yeah, that was 4 really bad rolls in a row.
Gotta get him out of the way now.
Yeah, get some nat 20s in there, man. Come on. You got any?
Yeah, get all the bad rolls out. No, that's everything.
All right. All right. It's gonna be the Frost Giant's turn next.
Does that affect the belt of challenge? Because you didn't hit him?
Yeah, he's not. I have to hit him every turn.
Yeah, I think it's only for one turn.
Okay, so because you get hit, he can choose to hit somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and swing another great axe strike at you. With a 15 to hit. That's not gonna do it. He's gonna try to go ahead and move if you want to take an attack of opportunity, Avril.
I fucking most definitely will.
Alright.
With my hammer this time. Nat 20, baby.
There we go.
It was coming. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
We're so ready for that one.
I knew there has to be some good luck behind all that bad luck.
So now Boros belt of challenge. And also Crusher critical. Because I switched to my hammer. Which is if I score a critical hit, deals bludgeoning damage, attack rolls against that creature are made at advantage to the start of my next turn. I get my damages.
Okay, real quick. So the Belt of Boros challenge, does that say it's a bonus action or is it just like a free action?
It's when I hit with a melee attack, I can choose to use it.
Perfect. Okay, so that's gonna activate. So with your 85 there, you get to roll an additional damage die for your attacks. So.
What?
No, damn.
Yeah. So roll me some die.
Fucking turn your back on me, motherfucker.
All right. You got a 14 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7. So that is 11, 13, 27. 27 points of damage in total.
This is why I use hammers. And now, I can't. I think it's too big to use my crusher mover. I don't really have anywhere I can move them to that's safer anyways. Now it says I can move any creature that I hit with it. So if he took one step away from me, could I knock him a little bit to the left away from Una? Them it's just be 5 feet back. I don't know. Actually, I don't think mathematically that'll work anyway. So no.
He's coming back regardless because he can't attack anyone else at the moment. So
Una pissed him off with that firebolt.
Yeah, he's going
There's
for
more where that came from.
He was going to do something a little different, but he's going to go ahead and just stick with the old trusty here. That's not really working very well. He's going to go for the great axe again with a 19.
Close, no cigar.
All right. That's going to be the end of his turn. So that'll bring us back up to Zix.
Zix is going to get down from the top of this cage. It's probably not where I want to be. How much movement would it take for me to hop down?
It's about a 10-foot tall cage, so it's not too far.
Okay, I'll hop down. 10, 15, 20 gets me about right there.
You can, in fact, see the child inside of the cage now. He's. Did you look him over? He looks to be alive, barely, but he is definitely suffering from the cold inside of this cave at the moment. He's like almost frozen solid. He's about to the point of that being frozen solid. Frostbite.
Oh, Avril.
I was right though.
Yeah, but do I care? That's the part. Do I care enough about this kid?
Your blade cares. It's slowly vibrating in the direction towards the child.
Oh, my blade would love this kid.
So
in fact,
close.
my blade has a very distinct memory of tasting a situation much like this.
Yeah.
I will resist the blade's urge to go for the child, and I'll go ahead and Eldritch Blast the guy. It's not as good a chance to hit, but we'll see.
All right.
Not great.
11 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
I get 2 shots of that. Hey, there we go.
20 will hit.
14 force damage. And I do not have anything special on that, I don't think. So it's just 14 force damage.
Yep, that is some damage. He takes the full brunt of it. That's all for your turn, Zix. We're gonna move to Una and Brecken.
Yep, that's
All
my
right.
turn.
Okay. Una is gonna do another firebolt, but just one this time.
Okay.
Because that's just how she rolls. Also, there's no 2, so she can't do the twin spell. Ooh, 18. So 25.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
There we go.
16. God, I love that fire elemental affinity ability.
It's very sweet.
It is.
I love that shit.
You see him start to like grow this like crystalline structure of ice on his back as he's like kind of trying to charge up. But then your firebolt breaks it off, and he is taking the full damage from that.
Yes!
I love it.
He is definitely getting more and more pissed off, though, as the time rolls on.
Una flips him off this time.
All right.
And,
You hear him say
Brecken.
one word. He says, puny.
Oh! Una's just gonna look at Brecken and give her the sigh like, let him have it.
All right.
She will be doing an Eldritch Blast on him.
All right.
She gets 2 of those. So first one's a 7, the second one's a 24.
24 will hit, so that's going to be 5 force damage.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, and
any-
Una will do a Bardic Inspiration for Avril going, kick his ass!
Planning on it.
All right.
That's
Avril,
Una's
we're
last
gonna-
Bardic Inspiration. You better not die.
It is your turn, Avril. So let's see what you got.
All right. So I'm going to. I don't know. Probably big surprise. I'm gonna hit him a bunch of times.
All right.
Hopefully, hit him a bunch of times.
22 will hit.
Hey, 16.
That'll hit as well.
All right, dope. And per use Boros spell to challenge. I'm gonna bonus action, like peck him in his calf.
Okay.
Try to bring him down to his knees.
All right. 24. That'll hit.
And Boros belt again.
30 damage in total. All right, and you activated the Boros Belt of Challenge. Okay.
Since he hit me that one time, I am 12 away from being back to full health because Boros also heals me for the damage I do.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
All right, well, if that is the end of your turn, Avril.
Bonus action was to hit him. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, he's gonna go back for Lamb. 21 to hit.
That'll get it.
All right, he is going to deal 34 damage on.
All right.
And
Now, a little over half health.
gonna come back again with a 30 to hit. For
That definitely hits.
40 more damage, slashing damage.
All right, now I have 6 health.
There is a good and bad side of that Boros Belt of Challenge.
Hey, I chose the tank for a reason. I love this item for a reason. I'd rather me get hit with those big numbers than the squishy person up there on the cliff.
That is
Yes.
fair.
Get you some barbarian levels so you can start halving some of the damage.
It's gonna move here. It's staying in your combat range, but he is gonna move like one step over. And that's gonna be the end of his turn. So Zix, we come back to you. You moved a little closer.
Yeah, Zix is going to move in, hold the blade high, give it all I got. For flanking, what is it? The +2, right?
Plus
Is that
2.
what we're
yes.
doing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
And
right,
then I'm going to smite on this.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I like to hear.
Nice.
Okay, I'll toss a. I'll toss a level 2 smite on there. So that's 3d8. Sorry, I was just checking. Brand new paladin. So this would be the normal damage. Oh damn. Okay, that's cool.
Jesus. Okay.
Rolled high. I'll take it. And then that's for the smite.
Yeah. Dang. All right.
He's just swinging with everything he's got. It's a big target.
That is that radiant damage on the smite?
The smite is radiant damage. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and then hopefully I hit again. Ooh, I guess not. No, it's a +2, so 16.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That is gonna hit then.
Sweet. Then I'll also add a smite to this since we're about to lose Avril. I'll do another second level spell slot, so I'll be out of those.
All right.
There's that damage, and then another 12. As I just give it everything I got, I guess I can try this a little bit. Let's see if I can. I'll try to kick him in like the back of the knee or something. Maybe I can.
You
do
most
some
certainly
damage.
can go ahead and tell me how you end this guy, because that is the last.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes!
Since I landed the unarmed attack, can I kick him in the back of the knee and then drive the black blade up to the base of his skull as he kind of falls back toward me?
Yeah, as you feel him fall towards you, you hold the blade up instinctively, and you feel it buzz in excitement as you drive it into its back, and you can feel the blade quench its thirst on this giant's cold blood.
It's my first kill with the sword.
I was gonna say, like, I was hoping this so hard that you were gonna get the last kill on this, so we could you could absorb a fucking frost giant soul. That's gotta be dope, right?
Oh,
I have no clue what that means. But
Oh, shit.
yeah, you just see he goes as he rips the blade free and steps back.
Yeah. You guys took him out. You have this child freezing to death inside of a locked cage at the moment.
Yeah, I
What are you
run
guys
up
gonna
to the lock and just try and smash it off with the hammer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll on the lock there.
We saved the kid, sort of.
I will say you notice that the lock is a rather large keyhole. 27
I'll start looking through the giant's pockets while he does that.
for sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Una and Brecken will try to find a way down without getting hurt or using Featherfall. Actually, no. Featherfall will still be active. So, yeah. Una's gonna Featherfall down
Okay.
and join the guys and come over to the cage, and she will do. Where is it? 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 Do I have it? Do I have it? Is it still level 1? Oh, where is it? I can't find the spell I'm looking for. There it is. She'll do a healing word on the kid.
Okay. Yeah, you see the kid kind of.
Whoa!
a little bit
Full heal! 8 points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You see him breathe back to life a bit, but he's like starts to shiver violently. As you search the frost giant's person, go ahead and roll me a d12, Zix. And Avril, you go to slam at the lock. You do hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
I got 9.
9 damage. Okay.
3.
3. Okay. 9 damage. You make a good dent in the cage. It's not enough to break through, though.
Do it again.
All right, go ahead and roll it for me. So you find 2 things on this giant. You find currently adorning the giant's head is a helmet made out of the skull of a mammoth with its tusks hanging down. And you also find a key ring that has three keys. They're kind of like look like they're made out of bone.
Hey guys, I find the key for that key.
Ah!
You hear another slam.
I'm just bleeding out of my ears and shit, just like fucked up. Like
you've made it about
Avril.
You've made about halfway through the metal bars on the cage as you hear that there's.
Yeah. If he has the key, then just like get it open. Come on, throw it to me or something.
Una is going
I'll toss it to you guys.
Una will get she will light the torch and use a produce flame to light it.
Okay.
And that way she can use it to kind of warm up the kid through the bars. Here's some heat, kid.
I take off my bearskin rug and like just go into the cage and pick the kid up and like wrap him as much as I can in the bearskin rug.
Okay. Yeah, you guys safely get the kid. He's still shivering, like he's a little better now, but he's still been cold for a while. Yeah.
All right, let's get this kid out of the fucking cold. And honestly, I want to finish my steak.
Yeah, I'll be like.
And I want a nap. I'm grouchy.
Said if you guys want to loot the place, that's fine. I just take Charybdis back and hightail it back to the city as fast as I can.
Go. We got this.
I'll grab the helmet off the giant's head and be like, I don't know. I mean, is there anything worthwhile here?
We can look.
He didn't want you on that cage for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, there's a dead guy in there. I think he was his food.
Una is
gonna give. Like he collects trash.
Una will give Avril the torch so he can keep the kid warm.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll sling my shield for the first time and as long as I can remember.
Right. So after a few minutes of
and then Una will search with Zeke through the cave with Brecken.
You guys gonna leave that axe?
Oh, Una's not gonna leave the axe.
Oh yeah, no, that's the reason I
I
ran that way. I didn't mention it. But I was gonna run, jump up on top of the cage, grab the axe, and then jump up on top of the wall.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, are you guys? You said you're gonna loot some more, or you're gonna take?
Yeah, Una and Brecken will search and loot.
Okay. So aside from some items you might be able to harvest off of the giant, most of what you find here is in fact trash. And what is hoarded here has mostly been frozen over.
PD.
Did you find anything in that pile?
Frozen crap. It's junk.
I'm gonna take this helmet as like a trophy.
It's a nice helmet. Looks kind of cool. You know, given your new status and the coat, that'd look really sick on you. Like, cool.
I don't know if I could wear it. It's like as big as a mammoth's head.
Put it on you. See what happens. Or we could have Blackwell like
inside
look
of it
at
now?
it. Maybe we could get some good money for it. I don't know.
Peeking out through an eye hole.
I'm just kind of dragging it as we go.
Maybe proof of the kill at the city gates.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Also, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I want to kind of seal this cave so that no more kids can get the fuck down here. Because like it seems that this is a perpetual problem with how many tracks we saw coming in.
Oh, we could try. I don't really have anything that can seal caves, though.
You know what, guys?
It's
I totally
ice
lied
and I
to
have
you.
fire.
I totally lied to you. He actually does have a horde.
Oh!
That's what I say. You said the word horde when you
Yeah.
talked about this cage over here. You said he seems to have a horde of items over there. I was just
Let
like,
the man
okay.
cook. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
That in fact was trash. That horde I was talking about, but he does have a horde in the other corner of the room. So what you find in there is 735 pieces of gold,
Woo!
a potion, a red potion, a pretty fancy bottle, a clear potion, and a smaller bottle, and an orange potion and another smaller bottle.
It was a red potion, a clear potion, and an orange potion?
Correct.
All right.
And 705
I'm gonna guess.
gold?
735.
Potion,
35
potion of giant strength, and a potion of fire resistance. Just 5 guesses.
Una would know what an orange potion is because she picked one up during the trials that we were doing in Ravnica.
I will say it's a different looking.
Oh, okay. It's different. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, this might be something cool. All right.
Yeah.
She will pocket the red potion, the clear potion, and the orange potion. You want the gold? I don't need it.
Sure.
I'm already gone.
Yeah.
Avril's reward is getting into that fucking temple. We get the good shit.
I was gonna say I got everything I came here for.
Yeah. So you guys make it outside of the mouth of the cavern. You can feel it quickly getting warmer, luckily, or thankfully, I suppose. So you guys make it out.
Clothes, put it up.
Una's going to torch that ladder on her way out.
Okay. Yeah,
she's gonna make it so it's unclimbable to get down there anymore.
At least for kids.
At least for the kids.
For sure. Yeah, you burn that ladder up, and it you watch it kind of roast on your way out as it falls into the chasm that is in between the spiral floor that heads down to the lower section.
All right.
And I would say as soon as I got out of below freezing areas, I'm giving him water out of my water.
Yeah, he's definitely taking that offer. He's kind of shaking. He's kind of getting it all over him, and parts of it are just falling and then turning into icicles. A moment.
That's after we're out of the freezing area.
After, okay, yeah. So yeah, you come out, you give him some water, and he's looking a little better.
Slowly, child. And I also give them the meal that they got me.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I gave you 2, so you had an extra one.
Cool.
Are you bringing him over to the
I
campfire? Or
think-
are you taking him to town?
Nah, beeline straight for town. I don't even think I would have glanced at the campfire, is because I'm wholly focused on this kid getting him back to town. Because like, was about to die. Like, gotta make sure that he's okay.
For sure. All right. So Una and Zix, where are you guys headed? Are you following Avril into town, or are you?
Una's gonna go back to where Blackwell and Nee are because that's where her panther is, and she's exhausted now. She wants to sleep because she's got only 2 like level 1 spell slots, so she's tired.
That's
Yeah, I'm
fair.
thinking the same thing. I'm gonna head over to the campsite.
Okay.
Oh, does Una see any of the rice that she trailed on the way back?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's still
Okay.
there.
As they're walking back, she's gonna kind of bury those rice grains with her foot.
Yeah. So you guys make it back to camp. Avril, you keep heading on towards the gate, where the guards see you holding a child, and they rush up to help.
Cool. I would minimize Charybdis, put her back in her figure form, and stick her in my pocket, and like kind of probably go pretty hard down onto a knee because I am very fucked up, and just be like, I heard a story of a lost child. We found him and killed everything that was threatening in the cave. Please help him, and maybe put in a word for me to tour the temple, and then just like fall down. Like,
Yeah, he gives you a nod and he says Queen Karametra will want to have a word with your deeds. She very much sees to the children of this town, and she'll be grateful. And he says, but for now, we will get him into some care. And he starts to head off into the city with the child.
okay, cool. I would probably be like, I would look at like the other guard and be like, do you like possibly have a healer or something?
He kind of puts his finger out for a second, and you see him run inside the walls, and he starts to yell, and a couple other guards come over and hand him a satchel, and he brings it out to you and hands it. He says, "Drink these. This should help." And inside you can see 2 potions of healing, just normal ones.
Nice. So those are the 2d8s, right? Or
2d4 plus
2d4.
2 or something. Yeah.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Go. So 12 back. Okay. I like get back up on my feet and then be like, okay. So like, where should I wait?
Says, she'll probably like to see you in the morning. We must get this child to safety.
Oh,
Apologies.
that's good for me. We're camping outside. I will return in the morning, and then just limp off back to camp.
All right. So yeah, you guys all meet up in camp. Are you guys gonna go ahead and take a long rest?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What do we see when we get back to camp? Is Nee and Blackwell and my panther okay? Like, has they been sleeping this whole time?
Yeah, I won't. Blackwell, I'll let you speak for yourself, but for sure, Nichek is knocked out. Then you guys are safe.
Una will curl up with her panther and be like, I'm taking a nap. Anyone bugs me, they can fuck off. Bite them. And she says that to the panther.
Okay, I'll take first watch.
I
Panther's
mash the
watching.
meal on my way back to camp and then just pass out.
All right. So you guys can complete a long rest. As before you wake up in the morning, however, you, Una specifically, are awoken by Brecken. You feel her nudging on the neck of your dress.
What?
She's
What? What do you want?
kind of like slapping you in the face, even though it doesn't really hurt. And she kind of points over to like this cliff off in the distance.
What the fuck? What? What do you want? Brack, not now. Everybody's sleeping around us. What? Oh, okay. She looks in the direction of the cliff.
Yeah, you look over and you can see the black form that is Nichek standing atop the edge of the cliff. He kind of turns back and realizes that you're staring at him. He turns to you and he holds out his hand, and you see this bright light start to emit from behind him as a gust of wind blows in your direction, and there's a flash of light, and as the next moment comes, you don't see Nichek on the edge of the cliff anymore.
Would I know if he planeswalked?
Well, he disappeared for sure. That's common for planeswalking.
Okay.
There's a letter that does take glide in the wind and lands just between your foot and the ground.
She will pick that up and immediately look at it. Oh, fuck. Una will tuck the letter away and go back to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, you roll back over and finish the night. You guys, you sleep in just a hair later than everyone else. As you wake up, you can see that everyone's getting up and starting to get around for the day.
I'm just munching down on some rations.
I assume I would have woke up earlier
Yeah.
than everybody else. Would no, my perception isn't super high.
You guys immediately notice that Nichek is no longer there.
Say, what is Nichek? What happened?
Nichek wandered off again, guys.
Don't worry about it. You just see
What
Una just like, eyes still closed, going, don't worry about it.
I'm like putting weapons in holsters and shit, like strapping my helmet back on, like getting ready to go.
I mean, we kind of have to worry about it. We got to collect his ass before we can planeswalk out of here.
Nope. Don't worry about it.
Why?
He took off in the middle of the night, and looking for him ain't gonna do us any good.
I'm a very good tracker.
He may not be here anymore.
Well, you don't know until we look for him.
What are you trying to say, Una?
Una holds up the letter. Took off in the middle of the night. Brecken woke me up. Here, fucking read it if you want.
Or you threw the letter away?
No, she tucked it away. She didn't throw it away. She tucked, like, she did the thing of, like, she read it and was like, I'm too tired for this shit right now. And then she just kind of tucked it under her arm and went to sleep. Back to sleep.
I'll either read over Avril's shoulder or I'll hold it so he can read over mine and check it out.
Yeah, I'd probably get done reading it after you sometime because I'm not as good at book stuff. And then I'm like, what? I feel like he took our advice a little too hard.
So the face wasn't enough? He needs more?
I think he's going to control his power that he has gained. Like some solitary training or something, which I totally get. Maybe that is what's best for him. find out
I
for
think he's
himself.
trying to say that he tried to fix his weakness and he has to be better. So yeah, I mean, either he's trying to be better, master his
'Cause
powers, or he's going for something bigger.
how I read it was that he said he used to think that he was weak and now he realizes his mistake, saying that like, oh, I sought out this massive power to get, and from since I did that, now I'm realizing that I didn't have to go and do all that, and now it's just causing problems because I went and grabbed all this crazy magic shit that I have absolutely no control over. And so he's gonna go suss that out on his own, so he doesn't hurt anybody and hurt us and shit like that.
What I was gonna say earlier was, if I had gotten up before everybody else, I would have gone to the guards of the town and asked if they sell silver at all.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna have you roll a. I'm gonna give you a choice here. Depending on how you think you would go about this, you can either roll a. Let me pull up my thing here. You can either roll an investigation check to try to, and I'll give you the help action from talking to the guards, or you can roll a persuasion check to see if you can talk your way around the merchants to try to find some.
I would definitely go by investigation, because I would assume that um, if something like silver was sold, something so rare, then the guards would know about.
All right.
The
Going to
letter's
be a.
not popping up for the stream,
Oh,
unfortunately,
it's not.
but
Oh, that
that's fine.
sucks.
I'll post it in the chat.
All right.
In the Twitch chat.
18. So that is enough to get a small lead. The guards, most of them don't know even what you're talking about, but there is one that seems to kind of like get the feeling that you're looking for something special. Uh, he uh, he doesn't know exactly what he sells, but he does kind of point you. He says there's a elderly man over in the far corner of the market in the red tent. He sells unusual wares. He collects them from all over. Perhaps he'll have what you're looking for.
Right. I will thank the man and ask him if I can go see this merchant.
He nods towards you. He says, "Good day, citizen." Uh, as he nods you off to go check.
Right. So I'm gonna be doing that while everybody's waking up.
All right.
Yeah, because you would have woken up hours before anybody else.
Yeah.
You probably woke up and left before Nichek even left.
Mhm. Very likely.
So first thing I want to do is go to the castle gate. Well, I'll tell everybody and be like, "Hey, so we have probably gained an audience with the queen and get to go into the temple. Would you guys wish to go?"
Una's like,
No thanks. I'll wait for you to get back. Try to hurry along though. We
be
need to leave
quick
soon.
about it.
Yeah, he starts off at a trot.
As you make your way over to the tent, Blackwell, you in fact do see the red tent. Looks like someone's rummaging around inside.
Um, Hail, shopkeep. I hear you have odd wares.
You hear, just 1 second, and you hear stuff clanking around. Ah, there it is. And he comes out of the tent. He's like stowing something away inside of his pouch. He carries this staff with him. He comes out and you see like the claw of a bird stick out from the opening in the quite small tent, followed by a white jacket and a strange dragon-like face. However, this is no dragon. Says, how can I help you today, sir? And he looks over. He looks like he's having trouble seeing.
uh, yes, I have a couple of questions. To start, I was looking for a rare metal called silver. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of this silver you speak of. And he suddenly, out of nowhere, slams his staff onto the table. And he says, "Damn flies been bugging me all day."
You remind me of somebody I used to know a while ago.
Do I now? My eyesight's not as good as it once was. However, your voice sounds so familiar. What do I know that from?
Wait a minute. Um, Let me go to my second question first, and I'll pull out the old photo. You wouldn't happen to have seen any of these people, have you?
He kind of sits there and he like kind of is like his hands shaking as he's kind of stroking his chin. And he's looking and looking for a little too long. Is nope, I haven't seen him. Really, I haven't seen him much of anything lately.
Hmm. It seems like you could use some help with your eyesight.
Yes, I have this weird condition, and it's really did a number on my eyesight.
Can I do a medicine check on his eyes?
Sure. $13. Okay. So you can tell that something seemingly abrupt happened to this guy. Whatever it did, it took hold quite fast. You can realize that the effect on his vision is due to the fact that his looks like his whatever's been done to him, his eye and the face surrounding the eye does not quite match up. It seems like the area around his eyes of the dragon like skin he has is kind of overlapping over his eyeballs.
It seems like you have some swelling here, probably caused from trauma. Um, let me see if this helps, and I'll cast Cure Wounds on it to see if that lowers the swelling.
Okay. Yeah, as you cast Cure Wounds on the eye, you see it start to like kind of recede, like a little bit, and he's, "Oh, I think I'm getting something," and then it just starts to crush back down. No, nope, nope, that wasn't nothing. That now for the silver, and he starts rummaging around a bag, and he hears stuff clanking around. He's having trouble finding what it is he's looking for.
You know, it's a real pleasure speaking with you. If I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Alexander Blackwell.
He drops the bag suddenly, and he says, "Listen, boy, I have no time for games. Are you messing with me right now? How do you know that name?"
It's the name that I was born with. That's the only way I know the name.
He says, could it really be? No, there's no, it's impossible. Improbable, in fact. And he picks up the bag and starts rummaging through it again.
um, I'm going to think back to my old friends. Um, I'm going to look at the photo and kind of like look back at him and see if it jogs my memory.
It's weird at first. Like he does have some kind of familiarity to him, and then you start to look closer at the image and then back at him. You're not sure what happened, but you think this is in fact someone you know. You think this might be your old friend Dr. Osborne, or something happened with him because this is reminding you of him specifically.
Right. Because this is definitely a different body. Like
Yeah,
when they describe it, it's not uh, it's not like Avril's body, but it's also
yeah,
not a Dragonborn's.
yeah.
Um, does the name Osborne mean anything to you?
He's he slams his staff down. He says, "All right, boy, I'm done with the tomfoolery." He says, "Where are you getting this information?"
It must be you, you crotchety old man. I am Blackwell. I was there with you in Kaladesh.
My God, boy, what happened?
The
What?
the experiment was sabotaged, and um, there was a giant explosion. You went missing. You went missing. I stayed in Kaladesh, but my body was changed, and it seems yours was too.
He starts to like shake his finger. He's like walking around in circles. He's like, "No, no, no, no. This is your fault."
It's like may very well be mostly my fault, but there was something changed about the experiment. If anything, only I was the one who should have been um, blown up.
I thought you were dead, my boy.
I sometimes wish I was, but giving in to that wouldn't be fair to you or anyone else.
So what about the others? Have you heard word of any of them? Did they make it?
Hold out hope, but I haven't found them yet. I've only been to a few other places. Um, I've been to Ravnica and Innistrad. Not sure if you are privy of those places.
I No, I don't even know where I'm at right now, to be honest with you. I I kind of wanted in here. I've been collecting these things from the road.
Yeah, but you might not know that. I'm sorry, what was that?
I've been collecting these things from the roads and other people that's taking pity on me, and I just heard about this market, this big sale, and I caught my way on a caravan, and here I am. Where are we, Blackwell, Mister Alex?
Um, I'll pretty much fill him in on everything I know about where I am.
He's definitely like fascinating by your uh, describing everything around him. You can tell that this this accident has definitely had an effect on him in a very physical way. Like he probably couldn't see very well before, but now it's like making you take some pity on him. You can see why he's accrued all these items.
Right.
uh,
I'll if he's got time, then I would like to fill him in on the research I've found out about my own body by experimenting on it. And then at the end of it, I'd probably ask him if he wants me to send him home.
Yeah, mad at you as I am, boy. I would very much like to go back to Kaladesh, or I'd like to go back to our lab, really.
um, I would like to bring you to Ravnica, but it may not be safe there right now. I can much more easily, send you back to Kaladesh.
Well, very well, my boy. Have it done. And he just holds out his arms.
All right. For it's like this will only take a moment, and I'm going to banish him.
As you start to cast the spell, he says, "Ah!" Starts acting like he's getting shocked. So I'm just playing, me boy. Go on. I'll be seeing you.
Ask him if you could have all the stuff in his shop.
Well, the way he's going, he's leaving it all on the ground right now. So
yeah. So you try
Blackwell
to
turns
him.
around, sits. He's like, "Welcome to my shop."
yeah. So I'll banish him back to Kaladesh and just focus on that spell for the duration, so he stays.
Yeah, he disappears out of sight in an instant. You see the bag drop once again onto the ground. His staff did go with him, which was a little weird. But
yeah, it equipped. That's how it works.
the remainder is lying here in this abandoned tent now, free for the taking.
And I will pick up the bag.
Right. Yeah, you grab the bag. It's got some items in there. You kind of look around, several trinkets and such. Nothing of too much value. You do see a couple like fine dishware that might be worth a little bit of a penny here in the market, perhaps. But you do find, in fact, a small locket inside. Looks like one where you'd open it up and like put a picture in.
Oh.
You pull it up and it's made of this reflective, almost looks like a chrome. You think this might, in fact, be silver? Very well could be.
Perfect. I will put that in my pocket and then see what I can trade the other trinkets for around the shop.
All right, go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me.
Waiting for my roll to load. It is an 8. I'm
right.
not.
So you're able to sell it. Probably not as much as you could have got out of it, but you're able to get a good 15 gold out of the random trinkets inside the bag.
All right, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
That was good.
It was 100% profit.
I was gonna say that was the best theft in the whole world. Like, help somebody banish, and then they're just like an empty shop full of shit. Like,
Una would be proud if she was witnessing this.
Don't mind if I do.
So you're gonna head your way back to Camp Blackwell, or you got some more stuff to take care of in the market?
No, that was everything I had.
Okay. So cutting back to everybody else, you guys, what did you guys say you were doing?
I think at this point we're impatiently waiting for Blackwell to get back.
I see. Okay.
And wait, did Avril get back? Did I miss something?
Oh, Avril's still out too.
Yeah, Avril returned the day before. He passed out with us.
no, but I left again.
He left in the morning.
Yeah, he left in the morning to go to have his
audience. Yeah, but at this point we had to rewind back. So at this point he wouldn't have left yet. We're just now we haven't even reacted to me leaving technically because Blackwell went back to do this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Blackwell would return.
He'd probably be making his way back about the time you say you're gonna head off, Avril.
However, I don't think it's a good idea to take off. We just lost somebody. We need to go see if we can find them.
He doesn't
said
want to
not
be
to go find
found, obviously.
Yeah,
And
but
she said he disappeared
Nietzsche
into
wanders
thin air.
off and gets himself into trouble constantly.
Look, I
Like, I
woke up
know we
and
can't find him.
he was there on that fucking hill, and then he just, and that's
Well,
when he left. And she points at the
He
letter.
could be anywhere, but there's one place where he may be, and we may actually have a chance of seeing him. I think we should at least give it a chance to stop by.
No.
Maybe he went back to Ravnica.
And if he did, good.
I'd be fine going
Good
back
riddance.
to Ravnica. But
Look,
I'm not leaving
tried
a queen on red.
This feels more important.
Fucking queen thing done. Una's pouty.
Also, like, this is exactly what Avril did when he was a kid. He said, I gotta go find myself, and disappeared into the woods. So he fully supports Nietzsche's decision. It worked great for me. Hopefully it'll work great for him.
Good riddance.
No, not good riddance. See you later.
No,
Yes,
good riddance. This is why I don't have friends.
He said he will return.
Yeah, right. Una walks off. She just marches
The
off.
last idea he had to get powerful was the face. He can't handle anything like that on his own.
I think he's trying to control his powers, not gain more. I believe that he's trying to hone the skills that he already has, so he's not a harm to us and everybody else around him. Just like we were asking him to do with us, but the reason he did all that was to protect us. So in his mind, the best way to do it is to go somewhere else and learn how to control it on his own. That is truly what I believe he was doing. And then he will return, better than ever.
I guess we'll see
what happened to me.
Thinks.
I may see him.
Did I come in back at the wrong time?
Yeah, Nee's gone.
Took off.
I'll hand him the letter. I'll hand you the letter, Blackwell.
Right. About that, I did sense an opening in the Blind Eternities. So he's not here anymore, that's for sure.
You see Una make a duh face.
He could have gone anywhere, but there's a chance he could have returned to Ravnica. It's somewhere where he's familiar with. We have at least somewhat of a home there, so I think we should try.
Think about this, though. He's not going to go where we know where he's going to go.
He's not going to go to a place with a
he
population
knows we're going
either.
to come after him.
Look, if I know Neat, like I do,
He very well could have just gone back home as well. There's probably some business there he hasn't settled. Really though, trying to find one person the size of Nietzsche would be a very hard task to accomplish.
It'd be hard to do in a city, let alone all of the planes.
Also, may I add that I pointed this out yesterday, that we took a detour, rescued that kid, and we have to take care of Bolus. So how about we focus on that and worry about me after? Because honestly, we're wasting time.
I do think we need to focus on Bolus. And I think Nietzsche will appear in that endeavor at some point.
You see Una
everywhere
roll
we
her
go, we
eyes
find
at that?
someone that we can trust, and we'll just leave a message for Nietzsche with every person that we trust. Say, if Nietzsche comes looking for us, tell him where we went.
I think Zix would be visibly frustrated and would probably walk off at this point, and he'd be pacing over to the side.
Well, this is problematic for us, I know. But I understand the young one's decisions. As I said, it's what I did before. I trust him. It's the reason that I never punched him in the face. So I believe that he will come out on top of this better than he was before. I trust him, and I'm going to go talk to the queen.
Have fun with your queen.
I will. And he jogs off.
As you start to walk off, you hear like a rumble behind you. As Blackwell, you sense a opening in the blind eternities taking place as you see Runner holding his sword up, and he starts to vibrate. As you look back, uh, he's there in an instant and then gone in the next.
Wait, did he do that on purpose, or did he lose control? Now I'm confused.
You see a
He
marking
went to
below his
Ravnica.
feet.
Well, we
See
can
this
track him.
What'd you say, Bob?
is you see a symbol below where he was standing. It's a
Okay.
little different than the other planeswalking symbols you've seen before.
It's the same one we saw when we first came here, right?
It's a little different. It's still like the same shape, like still the same symbol. However, this one uh, is very firmly black. Looks like this. It's got sharper points than the others. Very
Wait,
defined.
so just to clarify, it's not the one I saw when um, Runner first planeswalked.
Oh, yeah. So it is the same symbol as that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
so Runner intentionally planeswalked.
Yes.
So um, he's doing his thing. We can't really stop him from doing that.
Yeah,
You see,
because
you see,
it'll take us
Una.
10 minutes to even cast the spell, and by then he's going to be long gone.
Una
Yeah,
throws up her hands like, "Oh, great! Now he's wearing off too."
like at the very least, I'm pretty sure he's going to come back a lot faster.
Duh.
Well, we know he probably went to Ravnica.
Very likely, but I'm betting
Um,
with concerning me, I'm sure he went to some place where no one was around because otherwise, when we planeswalk, if he went back to Ravnica, there'd be a circle of like 10-foot circle of dead people around him.
right. Well, also, from what I understand, death doesn't work quite the same back in his own plane either. So if he
Mm.
did go back home, it might not be as dangerous.
Who knows? You know, he's going to do what he wants. I taught him too well.
So I'm going to patiently wait for everybody to do their things. I'm assuming Una's gonna set fire to some stuff to get her
You
frustration
would
out.
assume correctly. Una's going to walk off towards that hill and try to light some shit on fire where she saw Nee.
I'm going to write in my journal.
I would extend an offer to you to come with me to meet the queen if you wanted to, but I assume that you're not really plussed about it one way or the other.
Um,
Yeah, I'm just like kind of throw my hands up, be like, ugh, and just go off. Because again, I'm not like Basically, this is me setting up my retirement plan for after we win. Because I'm going to live here.
okay. So, real quick, I'm gonna cut over Runner. We'll go back over to you, Avril, with the meeting with the Queen. Um, so Zix, you find yourself in the well, I told you where you found yourself. You take in the warm scent of books as you head out and walk over to uh the living quarters of where you're at. And luckily, you do find him talking with a familiar female dressed in green attire.
I would just
They,
march up, holding my blade in my hand tightly. Jace,
he turns around. He's kind of like shocked for a second. He's like relaxes his body as he recognizes who's calling out to him. So, oh, glad to see you back. We got some new word. I was hoping to see all of you really, but
Have you seen Nee? Chuck?
No, I actually haven't seen him since you guys had headed off to. I think Innistrad is where he said you guys were heading next, right?
I was hoping he might have stopped by here with another crackpot scheme to find more power. He's left. He left a note. I don't know where he's gone.
So that's unfortunate. He was on a particular mission of his own last I saw him.
Yeah, I guess it has been some time since we visited. I had requested somebody to update you. Is that the person that's staying with him? Is the one that we ran into last time we came?
Yeah, it looks like Nissa Ravane, the
Okay.
elf. Yeah.
Nice to see you again, Nissa. Yes, we did find what Nee was looking for on Innistrad. I guess I'll update him. I'll just give him kind of the Cliff Notes version of we arrived. We in short order we made our way to a portal to it seemed to be some sort of fiendish hell like place. We found what Nee had been looking for. Found out it was the face of an individual named Jared, I believe, who was the brother of Liliana Vess. We found her there. She appeared to be having some kind of conversation with the devil whose lair we had entered, and upon finding that we were there to collect the face of her brother, which was in the possession of the devil, she got quite upset, summoned hordes of undead, and then her and the devil blinked out, and I haven't seen anyone since. I did see Gideon Jura, and he said to pass word to Liliana Vess. That's probably another big drop on you. He's in the afterlife in Theros currently, and is dead set, no pun intended, on staying there to defend that place.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That was good.
He takes a deep breath as his eyes were glowing blue before, and now they've settled to his normal, regular blue eye color. And he says, "That's pretty heavy." He says, "Nissa here was just filling me in. I just got back actually. She didn't quite get that far, but I hope you don't mind. I have a habit of looking inside of the mind. I did see what you've seen in your travels."
Welcome to make a copy, if you will. The most importantly, though, is there any way that we can track down Nee? Is there a way to find people across planes? I can't. I just have a feeling that he's going to end up in trouble.
He kind of lets out a sigh as he says, "I'm afraid communication between the blind eternities isn't as easy as it would seem. That's actually why I had left. I had met with a contact on another plane to try to find leads on Ugin. We did we did get some word on his possible whereabouts, which is good news. But no, unfortunately, I'm afraid you'll either have to look for him yourself, wherever you think he might have gone, or maybe wait till he finishes his mission on his own accord."
Now, my companions seem to have a lot more faith in him than I do. I'm just worried.
He puts his hand on your shoulder as you are speaking. He says, "Fear not, though. He's got questionable intentions, but he's a strong lad."
I think Zix is that would probably turn, take a couple steps, and just with rage drive the sword down into the ground.
I would like to point out that it's not that I have faith in Nee, it's that he's already gone and there's nothing we can do about it at this point. So it's that I don't think there's anything that we can do other than continue what we're trying to do.
Jace kind of comes up and he says, "Well, I understand you have some things to work out, but if you feel apt to do so, I'd like you to come meet me in the Guild Pact Paul, we're going to be having a meeting here pretty soon. He says, just remember, he has to change too. You've changed as well, my friend. And he starts to walk out of the library or the living quarters that he was talking to Nissa in.
I think at that I'd probably just let out a loud sigh, kind of releasing all the frustration that I'm feeling at the moment, and then reach down, pick up the sword. Well, Nisa, I guess I'll go collect my companions, and we will. Will you be at the guild pact?
Yes, I, Niv Mizzet, and the rest of the guild, uh, the guild leaders will be there in attendance. We're here to talk about our next move against Bolus.
Very well. I'll gather my companions and I'll meet you there.
He kind of smiles and nods at you as he heads off.
And I'll try to planeswalk back to where we last left the group.
Yeah, you focus on the sword as you connect with the blind eternities to make your way back to Theros. And during that time, Avril, you made your way up to the guard towers at the front gate or the eastern gate of Satessa. The guards greet you, and one of them kind of nods and says, "My friend, are you ready to see the queen?"
I am. Lead the way, please.
He leads you through the marketplace, just as bustling as it was yesterday. Uh, he leads you along the pathway that heads towards the day and night tavern, uh, but stops you midway there next to the giant tree in the center of the town, and he kind of points his hand down a pathway that leads through some like cherry blossom trees and flowers lining the pathway inside of the tree.
Heck yeah. I'm like walking down it, just like feeling the mana and like touching the trees because it's all so beautiful here. Just keep on going that way till I find something different than trees.
For sure. So you walk inside of the tree, and you see that this tree is actually three different trees, all kind of merging together. Uh, they plateau and spiral into the heart of the city. As you walk in, you find a temple that is built of glittering limestone and is nestled between the tree trunks. Strong magical wards protect the temple. You can see them written, inscribed all along the limestone walls. You see several workers meandering about, consisting of healers, advisors, teachers, chroniclers, and oracles. Also, a few tending to the vegetation inside.
More importantly, do I see the girl on my way through the city?
Uh, you do not. You remember she said that she'd be waiting once per day at the day or night tavern for your return.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind on my way out.
So inside you see a throne, a very large throne, empty, but you see this sigil on the ground in front of the throne.
And there's like nothing else. Like I'd like look around and there's like nothing else.
Well, yeah, aside from the workers and stuff,
I
the
mean,
people.
I don't see like any one that looks queenly up in here.
Correct. Yeah.
I'd like kind of tap the worker on the shoulder and be like, I'm supposed to meet with the queen. There's no doors.
He turns around and you can see it's an elderly lady, like dressed almost like a nun, but in more like these turquoise garbs. She turns around and you can see her eyes are completely white. And she kind of lays her hand down and she says, "He rests inside her realm. Walk through the sigil and you will find the Queen Karametra."
Thank you very much. and yeah, he'll just walk through the sigil.
Yeah, so you walk in and see this like almost like a bright ray of sunlight in your face as you kind of wave it off. You kind of your eyes adjust and you're in this other realm. Uh,
This is a really cool fucking tree.
I think I have a. I thought I did. I'll put it in the.
Ooh.
You see this beautiful woman dressed in long, flowing white
Oh,
garb atop this large structure with like a large raccoon type tail wrapped around.
I feel like it takes me a little bit to understand to look up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like looking around and be like, this guy's, what is that? And then I start like looking higher up, and I'm like, oh, they immediately like taking me. Like,
you can see that like her form seems to be made out of like these constellations. It's hard to describe to the mortal mind, but she's got this weird material that she is made of.
I like. It's like, should I come closer, or is like this good? Your Highness, I think.
She kind of like slowly washes her hand across the land, and you feel this like warmth coming over you. She says, "Arise, my child. Be not afraid."
I'd say it's less fear and more awe. This place is amazing.
I do like to think so myself. I understand you've formed a great service to us here at Satessa, quite unexpected from an outsider as yourself.
I cannot leave those in need who are innocent to their own devices of this terrible world that we grew up in.
I hold much respect in that regard for you, friend. So what brought you here to Satessa, to my realm in the first place?
We ended up going into the underworld of Theros, we believe, because that's where we came out on Theros, to gather an item and gather some other things in order to defeat Bolos. And I came across your plane, and I apologize, but I did use some deceit in order to try and get closer to your tree, and learned of the child on my way there, and immediately turned around to go save them. A young girl who wishes to be a scribe in your temple one day told me many stories about this place, and it is very intriguing. The mana here is the most beautiful I've seen on any plane yet. It's so crisp, and my favorite too. Again, I apologize for using deceit to get past the guards, but I think that it worked out well in the end. Wouldn't you agree?
She kind of holds her hand up and she says, "I know, child. I've been watching you from the second you stepped foot into my realm."
I probably figured that.
The young girl is quite a promising young lady. She does well here in Satessa, in the Little Bear Orphanage.
Is that where she lives? Does she have no parents?
No. We take in any child in need here in Satessa, all across Theros. They come to find refuge here in Satessa.
She does show lots of promise. Her stories were concise and very well written. Information was on point. and she writes with passion. I believe that she will do well.
Well, I will take your recommendation as an honest one. See to it that she finds her rightful place within my temple.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Your Highness.
So
Oh,
why else have you came here? What do you ask from a god? You've done me a favor. How can I return?
what I wanted was to only be able to end my life after we defeat Bolos, to return to this plane and live and protect your city.
Kind of like waves her hand in the air and she says, "So be it. Consider yourself a citizen of Satessa." And she washes over you with this powerful green and white mana that kind of floods the senses for a moment.
Oh man, that feels good. I do have a question. Is this where we're in the realm of the gods?
Is so to speak, you're in my personal abode. Niley is the only that visits me here from time to time. But
There was. Sorry to interrupt.
it says, think of it as a extension of the realm of Nyx.
Is the realm of Nyx a large black, looks like a starry sky?
That sounds like Nyx, yes.
If I were to have walked through the portal that went there, would I have died immediately?
It's a good possibility. However, not all the gods, especially the angry eye of Heliod, he probably wouldn't have taken too kindly to a mortal entering the realm.
Oh, my friends were right about that. It was very tempting, though. The mana is something out of this world. Well, I guess that makes sense.
He kind of gives a small chuckle as he says, "Well, if there's nothing else, I do need to go back to seeing to the land, making sure the crops stay full."
Of course, of course. I would like to visit the child before we head off, and tell her that her friend is okay now. And then we will be on our way. Is there any way that you could give us maybe a hint on which direction we should go first, and then I'd give her our options of where we should go?
She kind of like has this glow to her for a second as she holds out her hand and you see an object come flying out of the sky. You open your hand for a moment and you see a small wooden key land in your hand. And she says, "You're one of our own here now, child." Says, "Your friend is waiting on you. And go meet with the others." And she kind of waves her hand and you see the bright light of sun kind of blind your eyes again for a moment before you find yourself standing in the center of the sigil in the temple.
All right. I put the key in a very safe pocket inside my armor, and I walk out. Did it give me any indication, would I be able to see the tavern, or did she tell me where to find her?
You talking about the girl?
Yeah, the little girl.
She didn't. She's going off the assumption that you already know that she will be. You'll find her in the tavern.
Yeah.
due time.
The issues of mortals are below the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go off to that. And is there any way that I know what this key is for? Or is that like the key to the city, basically?
Definitely, probably not the key to a city. It's a smaller key.
Okay, so this is like something to do with what she took, like what I asked her. Just I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, luckily for you, one of the oracles, the one you had talked to just a moment ago, comes up. She lays her hand on your shoulder and she says, "Blessed be the great goddess of the harvest has given you a home here." And she kind of points at it, and you can see like a number carved into the ring of the key.
Oh, she gave me a house?
She did.
Hell yeah. Cool. I will go. Okay, I got a plan. All right. So yeah,
Don't
I'm gonna
tell
go
Luna
find the
you've
girl.
got a house. Don't tell Luna.
I'm gonna go find the girl.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over to the tavern. It's pretty quiet today as a count of people being at the market. You kind of sit down for a moment before you see, after a few minutes, the door swing open and you see a small girl inside, uh, clutching her notebook close to her chest. She's looking around uh, in a state
I
of
would
like,
say her name.
oh, yeah. Oh, she like raises her eyes and she is excitedly walks over to you. Oh, Avril, I've had so many stories.
You
Glad to
do.
see you quickly.
Your friend is safe. I just want you to know. And I got to meet the queen.
He immediately runs up and gives you a hug.
I'd like hug her back and like pick her up, do the whole like fucking toss in the air thing and put her back down.
She giggles and she says, I heard you found Shalon. So worried about him.
I did. Me and my friends. So, why don't you tell us the story as we walk? I have to find something. And then I pull out the key and look at the number. Come.
He kind of winks at you and she says, she gave you a house, huh? Yeah.
Well, yes. And I have a question. How do you like it at the orphanage? Is that okay for you?
Oh, it's great. They let us do pretty much whatever we want. We get to go wherever we want. They feed us. It's pretty great. The children have it the best here in Satessa.
That is good. Now, do you get along well with your friends?
I don't talk much. I watch. Speaking of,
Well,
I have some good gossip.
why don't you dish, girl?
She starts to lead you towards the Syracted Orchids, where you're assuming, or she tells you that the house is probably located. As she fills in a bunch of kind of like childish, for the most part, gossip around about the other kids and what they've been up to the last day or so since you last spoke to her. As
Yeah, I would be interestedly asking respond questions and things.
she leads you to this, like you notice that all the houses are part of the nature around here. They're all formed out of trees and such, come out of the ground, and she leads you to a house with a number on it corresponding to your key. I think we're here.
I'd say, wonderful. Now, see, I won't be back in this plane for I don't know how long, and I don't want my house to go into disarray or anything like that. If only I knew a smart little girl who would be capable of watching over it for me while I was gone, maybe even staying there.
She like
And I'd hold the key out to her.
She holds her book and she like starts to jump up and down. Say, "You really mean it?"
Of course, I trust you. And the god says that you have great promise. I agree as well. Use this place, build a library in here, work on your scribe work while I'm gone. Hopefully, when I return, you have even greater stories to tell me.
She gives you like a hug. She says, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." She like
Underneath the key is a platinum coin.
okay. Her eyes go wide as she like hastily opens the lock with the key and runs inside. And you can see her start to dance around the open space of the living quarters of the house.
Cool. Yeah, I just like watch her for a little while and then look around the house, like see what kind of a place it is, like how nice it is and everything. Though Avril, he's never like ever since he lived in the palace before, he never had a house. He would fucking build shit out of sticks in the woods. So like this is like more than he's had on his own ever. And he's just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's pretty nice. He's like,
It's,
yeah.
it's definitely not the palace you're accustomed to. However, it's probably like if you took your shack that you made out in the wilderness and just made it as perfect as you could imagine. That's pretty much what this place looks like.
Awesome. Yeah, I would like I wouldn't dally too long. I would be like, well, you had better go collect your things and move in, choose whichever room you wish, and I will see you when I return.
Please don't take too long, Avril. So nice to have a good friend to talk to, someone that understands.
I will try to be as fast as I can for the sake of us all. Now, little scribe, run along. Make sure to lock the door behind you, and he'll turn and walk away.
He heads in the house, and you can see her like kind of shut the door, but she's peeking at you as you're walking off from the house.
And I did just right out of the city into back to the camp.
Right, yeah, your party members kind of stand there looking at you. Una's burning shit, and they're kind of tapping their foot as you see Runner or Zix kind of appear in a flash of light before behind everyone.
Oh,
I
good.
just throw the sword like I have no regard for it. Like I'm just throwing it to the side in frustration onto the ground. He's gone. No trace. Jace hasn't seen him. There's no way that we can track him across plains. He's gone.
He will
And as
return.
I said earlier, no duh.
It was worth trying.
Look,
I'm not going to be able to, I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight, at least if I didn't try.
It was an admirable effort. I give you that.
Well, I do also have some news, apparently. Jace is calling another guild pact meeting to discuss what to do about Bolus next. So our attendance has been requested. Our attendance has been requested.
It is probably in our best interest to get an update on, especially what's happened in Ravnica. It was a very different state last time we were there.
We're also not the only people doing things, so some of the goals that we haven't achieved yet might have been achieved by somebody else. So we need to go and see how all the cogs have been moving.
All right.
True.
I met a god.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the queen's a god. Who'd have thunk it?
You met a god.
Did you make out with her?
I mean, I guess that's like the third one we've met here.
Yeah, she was really nice. She made me a citizen.
I love that's what Una's thing was.
he met a god. He's a citizen of a strange tree city. Where were you this morning, Blackwell?
I just did a little shopping. Met a good friend.
Oh?
Huh?
Wait.
Have you been to Theros before?
When does Blackwell have friends in another plane? Wait, did you find one of your lost friends?
Yes, I did.
Dude! That's cool. That's cool. Like, Una calms down completely, like, playing, like, nice, cool, awesome. Yeah, whatever.
Congratulations. How are they doing?
Well, he's definitely not used to his new body yet, but he is happy to go back to his home.
Oh, how's he going to do that?
Oh, I just teleported him back.
You're so fucking weird, man. Well,
I suppose we should go to Ravnica?
She ignored me when I asked hints on the next part of the quest, right?
Well, she told you your friends were looking for you. Is kind of the.
Yeah, it was get back with us. That was the next part of your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if anything, Avril would be surprised that she said I was gonna be here when you got back and you saw me arrive right when you got back.
Yeah, I was like,
she
right
knew
when I got back.
She knew I was gonna arrive before I arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as she said that, I knew that I could ask where Nichek was and deliberately did not ask.
So I got immediately that she gave you a house when she was like, "You're now a citizen." But what I don't know is if she changed your home plane to here, because that would be something a god could do. That would be wild.
And we
That
could
might
test
have
those
been with a massive blast of green and white mana was.
Let's go to Ravnica and then you banish him and see what happens. Well, let's go to the guild pack meeting and then afterwards you can banish him and we'll see what happens.
I'm so down.
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay, I've never planeswalked with them. So they're going to do their ritual. I'm going to wait until they start planeswalking before I go. I'm not going to like leave them behind.
Oh, you could tell
If I
us
still
where
can, I'll do the ritual.
I mean, you do still have your item.
Yeah.
You could also just tell us where you went last, and we can go there, because we know that's how they work.
Well, that's a good point. When I appeared in the library at Ghostfire, but I planeswalked from that place where we met Jace. When we found Nee talking to him, I was hoping that maybe Nee had gone back to Jace to ask for another.
Okay, so you
Clue.
focused on
He's
Jace.
smarter than that.
So you focused on Jace, and you went to Jace in the library.
Oh, I ended up in the library. I guess that would have been the closest place. But then I left from where I met Jace, so I guess technically by the rules we should be able to return there because I would have planeswalked from there.
Okay, so we'll just focus on that place then.
Yeah,
Right,
you guys.
we'll focus on that.
You guys start to perform the ritual. Zix, you find it quite a bit easier to focus your mind on exactly your intention of where you want to go. It almost comes naturally to you now as you follow behind the rest of the party as you make your way over to the library in the Ghostfire headquarters.
Really likes this library. I'll close my eyes and take a kind of breathe in the smell of the books for a moment. You know, get a smile on my face, thinking about happier times and before betrayals and what have yous. And I will look at the others and see if they're. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, when is the meeting?
I mean, as far as I know,
He said soon.
It's presently. So if we head over there, then can't hurt.
Okay. Then yeah,
I want to get off of this plane as fast as possible.
I still need a couple more pounds of silver before I'm ready to do work here again.
Do you need to check in with some of my contacts before we leave Ravnica after the meeting?
Okay. Yeah, and it probably would be best for you to check on your protege, as it were.
Yeah, I was gonna. Dahmer will be at the meeting, so. Yeah, Dahmer will be at the meeting, so I'm gonna talk to him after the meeting or before the meeting if he's there early.
Una, I don't know if you're still hiding from your people.
I wasn't hiding from them. That was neat.
No, the books thing. Because they asked you to get the
Look,
books.
I show up at the guild pack, they're gonna know I'm back, but they know that this is a little more higher priority, so it's fine. I'll come up with a fucking excuse. I'm good at that. You all know that. Besides, me being gone, hey, gives me an excuse to say I was a little busy.
Yeah.
So you guys heading over to the guild pack chambers?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Una is casually going to make the comment as they're walking of like, it's nice walking somewhere without having need to fly off and be like not killing everything as we go. So hey, no tracking device anymore. Look at the bright side of all that. 100% sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you're deflecting. You'll get better about this in a little bit, I assume.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
No, you're
Good
not,
riddance.
but you will be. These are called emotions.
And this is what I call bullshit.
All right. So you guys spend a few minutes or quite a bit of minutes to make your way over to the central area of Precinct 1, where you find the guild pack chambers. You find your way into the center chamber where a meeting is taking place. You see these 10 large pillars with staircases attached, rising out of the ground, where you find Niv Mizzet standing atop the Izzet Tower, looking down at the rest of the towers where all the other guild pack leaders or guild leaders sit on their chair. They're all kind of looking down at you silently as you approach. You can see Jace below Niv Mizzet kind of holding a book. They kind of all shift their gaze towards you. Una, you're kind of relieved to see that the one of the blood witches from the Rakdos Guild has in fact made it here. So something you did had an impact. Similarly to Avril, you do find that surprisingly, the leader of the Gruul has
Domri showed up.
Domri did in fact show up.
Oh, thank God. I was really hoping that I'd been like, well, now I'm gonna have to go hunt him down and ask him why he ain't there, and maybe get murdered.
But you guys make your way in, and Jace acknowledges and says, "Oh, good. Our group is here. We can continue our discussion."
Hi, what's up?
I would wave to Domri.
He kind of is like sitting there like a disgruntled child, like bored in a meeting type of situation. He kind of got his foot up against the wall of the tower he's sitting upon. Niv Mizzet looks down first at Blackwell and to the rest of the party. He says, "I've gathered everyone here today to discuss our next steps in the fight against the evil dragon Nicobolas. He's making moves, and I'm afraid we have missed our opportunity to acquire a powerful artifact that he will surely put to great use in his coming battles. However, with the discovery of the city of Oroska on the plain of Ixalan by the consort of the dragon, it has seemingly started a war on the plain among the Legion of Dusk and the Brazen Coalition. Surely, as you all know, a war cannot be let at its own devices, so something we will need to attend to at some point. Also, we've received word Jace has spoken to his contact on the plain of Tarkir, where we have confirmed that Ugin is still present somewhere on the plain. However, we don't have his precise location. We know of a monk named Taejin hiding somewhere in the Tarkus territory within the Quadat Fire Rim, on the western edges of Tarkir, where surely the monk can be found. Another.
Okay. So is that all on Ixalan, or was those two planes?
That was two planes. That was Ixalan and the plane of Tarkir.
Okay, so when you said what happened at Ixalan, did you say that like Bolus and his consort did something there?
He said a consort of Bolus has taken the artifact, the Immortal Sun.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Darn.
When he says Tarkir, Zix would give Avril a look. Avril should recognize that from the journal that I showed him on how to do the spear stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely like raise an eyebrow at that. And that's the one that they're at war, right? Or there's about to be a big war.
Well, it's the one where Bolus's brother is on that plane that was in the journal.
Okay.
So basically, what he's laid out to clarify, the city of Eroska, where the Immortal Sun was being held, has been found on Ixalan, which has started a war between a Legion of Dusk and the Brazen Coalition. That's on Ixalan. On Tarkir, they know of a monk named Tejin hiding somewhere in the Quadat Fire Rim, presumably away from whoever the uh, Atarka is. Thirdly, he says we've uh, we've also received word from the plane of Eldraine that a mysterious curse has plagued the land as of late, putting its denizens in a magical slumber. We need to find the High King Kenrith in Ardenvale to see how he can help. He and his sister will be invaluable assets into the coming battles against Bolus. Is any questions?
Wait, he and his sister. Do we recognize that description? Do we recognize those names?
You have not heard those names before.
Okay. I was like,
He called.
we met some twin planeswalker on Strixhaven, I think.
Maybe you have then. You probably wouldn't have heard the name.
I was gonna say they might have been gone by a different name at the time because I don't remember how that all played out.
So he called the High King Kenrith is who he named specifically.
Okay.
I would probably ask what their top priority target would be, since we've lost the chance to get the Immortal Sun.
Well, with that was the most pressing matter. So at the moment, until Bolus makes another move, I suppose we are inclined to help the other planes in their trifles.
So,
we know there's a
sounds
conflict
like-
on Ixalan. We have it confirmed that Bolus has achieved his goals on Ixalan.
It is in fact confirmed with the information that Eroska has been found. That should give way that he has definitely acquired the item, or at least his consort has.
I think our best bet would be going after Ugin then.
Well, it kind of sounds like our top priority should be making sure other planes don't fall first.
I don't know. I mean, like, we got the sword that can kill Bolus.
Just say that out loud.
Going to need more.
I mean, Ugin is extremely powerful. If we can get him on our side, from what we understand, he is the father of Ghostfire. He's we got a whole lowdown about Ugin back in the day.
It seems like our options now are to gather more allies or protect or stop other realms from falling, which gives us more allies. So it's who are the strongest allies we can gather, pretty much.
Who's got the biggest army?
I think for us, our group is more suited for finding one person than it is for stopping a war. Or I think that Blackwell would probably be pretty good at figuring out how to take care of that curse. But overall, as a party, I think we're better to go after Ugin.
We can also
I'm gonna have you roll a perception check for me, please.
If we can rescue, or if we can find Ugin quick enough, we can still try to go and grab the other two planeswalkers.
There's another one, baby.
What was that the name of that third plane?
That was for Una, and Eldraine was the name of the third plane.
Oh, that was for Una? Okay.
Yeah, Una was supposed to do the perception.
Yeah, I didn't hear the name. I just heard roll perception for me.
Sure. 14.
14. You feel a tugging at your pocket as the name Eldraine is mentioned.
Nope.
Yes.
The fairy don't like that.
But I can. What's going on? What's wrong?
You Brecken like lift up the flap over it and stick her head out, and she just kind of starts pointing at Niv Mizzet as he speaks the word Eldraine.
Are you and I going to need to talk later? Like, she whispers that to her.
She starts to nod her head, and she says, she's kind of points at her and then points at the dragon.
Oh.
Kill him.
Guys? Una's gonna say this very quietly to the group. I think Brecken might know Eldraine.
Really?
Just kind
Is
of
that where
like
she's,
nudges her
is
out
that
of
where
the
she's
pocket.
from?
I think we
He
need
starts-
to. I think we need to speak with Jace after this and talk to him about some of the stuff going around Ravnica that we learned. Like, for instance, the one corrupt dude that let that goblin go.
Oh,
If
And
it's
the
yeah,
Nexus
anything-
Temple
that,
enslaving
yes.
minds.
If
I'm
it's
pretty
anything
sure
that
they
you
know
told,
about the temple.
if it's anything that you guys told Zix, then Jace knows because he read my mind.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we didn't know that Jace read your mind. You didn't
That's
tell us
true.
that.
If you guys bring it up, then that would be my response.
So, Runner, as you asked about that with Brecken, she starts to nod her head yes.
Oh, she's from Eldraine.
Well, that could be a
That
lot
would be
easier
good.
for us to get that situation solved faster if we have a guide.
The
wanna
only
go there,
conflict,
Brecken?
the only issue on Eldraine was that we needed to find those two planeswalkers, right?
And a curse that was making the entire plane fall asleep.
That was the issue, is the curse. But he said the High King Kenrith in Ardenville would have more information. Presumably, being the High King wouldn't have too much trouble finding him.
I'm going
Brecken,
to
you
ask.
want to go there? You want to go?
I want to ask
He,
Jace if they've gotten word from any of the other planeswalkers they said that we could find, like Fire Lady. I can't remember her name right
Chandra.
Yeah, there was two of them that
Yeah.
we could have found. It was Gideon Jura and the Fire Lady. We found Jura, but we never found the Fire
We
Lady.
never found
I wanna find the lion guy,
the
too.
fire one for Una.
now. Chandra Malar.
I think the lion guy was Jura.
Okay, so that is still on the table as well. Looking for Chandra Nalar as well as Ajani Goldmane.
Oh,
which
that's
is the-
right. Ajani.
That's the one, Ajani Goldmane.
Where was Ajani Goldmane? I need to go way back in my notes.
Yeah, that's a little buried.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Half a
Yeah, I
dozen.
was asking Jace if he's heard, so he probably hasn't gotten any word from them yet.
he has not, except for obviously Gideon. You guys had told, well, Zix had
Right.
told him about Gideon.
All right, so I guess the first place we're going to is the place that the fairy's been to.
Either that
It
or
is
finding
entirely
Una.
up. It's entirely up to you guys, but she does express excitedness about going back to Eldraine.
Hey, if my girl wants to go, we're going. Period. End of story. No vote needed. I'm going, whether you guys like it or not.
How you gonna do that?
I'll figure out a way.
So,
I
I'm the most stubborn one of this group. Okay, I will find a fucking way to do it. Also, look how moody Brecken is right now. I
I don't know,
will
the
do anything to
crotchety
make
old
that
bird
smile
is kind of
stick.
stubborn. The crotchety old bird is kind of stubborn.
True.
So I have no issue with going there. But I don't know if the best decision is to go there. But going to either place gets us a planeswalker on our side. Going to that place will also solve a curse and free an entire realm, so I don't mind it.
Great, more good deeds that will sidetrack us.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of what we're doing, is to strengthen the planes enough to get them strong enough to fight Bolas.
Niv
You just
Mizzet
want to
did
go
ex-
collect items and certain people. That's only going to do so much.
he did express while the pressure's still on for the against Bolus and waiting on his next move, there's no like set time limit. So in that regard, the pressure's kind of been off a little bit.
Right. Our biggest thing was getting the thing, and we didn't do that.
No, we got the sword that will kill him.
Yeah, we achieved other goals that they gave us. We just didn't achieve that particular one because we were supposed to find Jura about a sword, and we did that. We just did it backwards. We found the sword, then found Jura.
Yeah.
So we achieved one of our goals, but we didn't achieve we wanted to do Ixalan as well, but that just went on the books.
Technically,
found-
the sword took us to Jura. Technically.
Yeah, no, technically, yeah.
Yeah, we found the sword. We found Jura. We found the Dark Lady, but then she disappeared again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Liliana Bess. Yeah.
That's going to be an issue with Una mentally because now Nee's no longer around.
All right.
Okay, so we go to Eldraine and try to save a kingdom from a sleep curse and find a couple planeswalkers, or we go to
Ugin.
Tarkir to find Ugin.
I would look at Brecken. I'd be like, Brecken, are there cool things to fight there?
She kind of smirks and she's like holding up her hands like she's about to punch something. She starts kind of like boxing the air. She just like nods her head.
Ah,
That's
I
a
vote
yes.
there.
That is a big yes. Una's
She
kind
kind
of
of,
beaming, even though she's like her hair is still ashy and like looking upset.
She kind of puts her like the flap over her head, and she like looks down and is like makes a stirring motion inside of the pocket.
Let her cook.
So, I think we should hurry along and do what we need to do here in Ravnica, and then gather up to head out to that one plane. I can't remember the name of for the life of me. The sleepy plane.
Eldraine.
Eldraine, yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty
All
drained right now, wouldn't you say?
All right. Well, so that we don't get into too much craziness, the plan is to go to Eldraine, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to flag Lazov and talk to him real quick before we leave, and then I'm prepared to go to Eldraine.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a moment with Domri.
Looking around the room, can I spot the new leader of that one group that let that goblin go?
You can actually here to the north on the Azorius pillar.
Yeah.
You see a new face. It's Vidalkin. He's been giving you the
Krinko.
side eye the entire time.
Yeah, that guy needs to go. So someone should probably talk to their leaders about them.
Okay.
You're
bring it up.
right. You're like a big deal for Liv Mizzet. Right now, he's the guild pact, isn't he?
He is.
So you got the right. You got the ear of the most powerful guy in the city, Blackwell.
Have fun.
So
And shit, with how you've been doing, you're probably keyed up to be the next leader of that guild at some point in time.
so
Oh no. Does an immortal dragon need to be replaced?
Everyone's replaceable.
So I'll give us time to mull over our conversations with the various guild leaders that you guys are seeing, and we'll pick it up there next week.
Una will be definitely having a
Sounds
conversation with the Blood Witch.
All right.
Same time next week, Friday 4.
Yes.
Friday. Yeah, do you guys want to do 4 going forward since Randy will no longer, for the foreseeable future, be
Yeah, I
present?
very much like 4.
Yeah, 4's
Okay.
cool with me.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, Fridays at 4s will be our new time to play.
Just
Yes.
my alarm.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hell yeah, that was a great session.
Oh, yeah, a
There
lot
was
of
some
fun.
crazy shit that went down.
A
Most
lot
definitely
happened
was.
this session.
There was a lot that
Yeah.
happened this session.
Yeah.
So I don't really know the full explanation of what happened with the Azorius and that the Tinkerer, I think she was called.